Hello. Welcome back to 20-Sided Story, as we're calling it for now. uh, that may be switched yet again. At the beginning of last episode, I was talking about it, but you couldn't hear me. Because guess what, Burton? I was muted. Yeah, we might change we will change our name here in like a month or so. But anyway, we're still 20-Sided Story for now. Welcome back. Our last session ended on quite a bit of a cliffhanger, so I know that I and the rest of the party are very nervous and excited to get back into this. So let's get started. To recap last session, the Tiger Paw, the Tiger Paw Outlaws had just been defeated, and the Lake Peak Six had found who they thought the culprit of the attack on Barrett Square was, Fiona Hindlestat. However, through some amazing role play and roles, the party found out that Mayor Abbott and a emissary from the Emerald Union were actually behind the attack. Olin Graver was his name. He was sent directly by Pildor's Swift Dream, who is the leader of the Emerald Union. Upon finding all of this out, Meister Francile and the party, as well as some of the other Lake Peak Council, agreed that you needed to get to Stagham to talk to Pildor, to find out what's going on, and basically continue this investigation, continue this quest that you started on, which is to bring the culprits behind the attack on Barrett Square to justice. So you decided to use the teleportation circle with the scroll provided by Drigo, and with a successful casting of the teleportation circle spell, Avra was able to send you all to the teleportation circle in Stagham after a sincere goodbye and departure from Meister Francile. You all showed up in Stagham, immediately were immersed in the wealth of this city, and were reminded just how rich everybody was. And it was somewhat comforting to you, Aero, to be back in this kind of like upper society environment. You met with the assistant, and then met with the Alderman Ivan Powell, who is the alderman of the upper ward, and therefore also deals with the people coming in and out of the teleportation circle, which is a rare occasion, but something that does happen. He was trying to get information from you all about the investigation and about what you were doing here in Stagham. You were very cautious with the information that you gave him, and were able to convince him that cautiousness was a good thing. And so because you were able to convince him of that, he did allow you to walk throughout the city of Stagham and continue with the investigation on your own. However, you would be escorted by a little squad of Stagham guards that would follow you. They did follow you, and you ended up leaving the Citadel and making your way to to Pildor's mansion, which used to be it's a very old, large mansion. Used to be the original Citadel when Stagham was first founded, and through a series of discussion, you eventually decided to have Drigo cast Major Image to create an illusory Kelpie on the top of Gustav, Atticus's new mastiff companion, and the real Kelpie wild shaped into a small little spider, and made her way inside the mansion as the rest of you continued to the Velvet Dragon. Kelpie, we'll go with the rest of you first. The rest of you were able to keep up the illusion. There was a question on the fact that Drigo, the Major Image spell, can only last 10 minutes. I went back and watched the episode, and originally I said it would take 2 castings to get to the Velvet Dragon, and that he can't cast it again. However, I'm going to retcon that because I don't think it would have taken 10 minutes to get from the mansion to the Velvet Dragon. So he does technically have one more casting of Major Image that he can use. But currently, you all are within the Velvet Dragon and not using the spell because you kind of, as you transported through the doorway, Drigo dismissed the illusion so that the people within the Velvet Dragon only see 5 people, or 6 people, I should say. And you got some drinks, some, and sat at the table and checked in with Kelpie. And when you checked in with Kelpie, she was doing fine. She had made her way around the house to find that the magical barrier was stopping her through most major entrances. However, she climbed up to the roof and found a very small opening and a small chimney that she was able to spider her way down. She made it into the mansion and eventually made it up to the second floor where there was a meeting room around a large round table with Pildor and other members of the Emerald Union board talking about things that seemed very above board. An event that was happening in Eldath's Glen, which is a park nearby, the finances from donations and stuff to the company, and Pildor dismissed everyone. And as everyone left, Pildor shut the doors behind them, turned around, and said, "So, are you going to show yourself or not?" He dispelled Kelpie's wild shape, which is something I said at the end of the episode, was something that actually should not have been able to happen. But we're going to continue with it anyway. We'll assume that he had some magical item or something happened that he was able to do that. It's not that far of a stretch. So he dispelled your wild shape, you fell down, and then he had a very pleasant conversation with you. He was a very charismatic individual who seemed to genuinely be interested as to why you were there and the path that you had taken to get there. He then convinced you that he was going to take you to the orphanage because you were a young child and he wanted you to be taken care of. However, he stopped off in his bedroom to grab a parasol because he's not a big fan of the sun. And so he grabbed that parasol and he left the room. And as he left the room, he muttered something under his breath that you did not hear, and you tried to make it to the doorway and were not able to pass. Something caused you to be stuck in the bedroom. He then turned to you and said, he complimented you on your ability to get into the house, and then revealed that he knows, by some means, that you were contacted via a sending spell, not too long before capture. So he does know that you've been in contact with someone outside of the mansion, and he mentions that he is excited to meet them. He shuts the door, and that is where we left off. So the rest of you are at the Velvet Dragon, currently partaking in some libations. Last you checked on Kelpie, everything was fine. So we will start with Kelpie. Kelpie, you are now in this room. The door has just been shut. And you hear the footsteps of Pildor walking away from the door.
I would like to check if the door is locked.
You go to reach for the knob on the door, and you can't even touch, you can't touch the knob of the door. It seems like whatever this shield is, it's stopping you from, because it's, you know how, doors are, they're flush with one end of the door frame, but then there's a gap where the actual door frame is on the other side of the door, whichever it is. This is a door that's flush with the outside wall. So there's it's the shield is within the actual door frame, so it's stopping you from being able to touch the physical door.
Okay. I would probably spend at least a minute trying to just push my way through the force field, assuming it wouldn't work.
It does not, though. Feels very solid.
And then I would like to, I think I'll just take stock of what's in the room.
Okay.
looking for. I assume I have all of my gear still. So
Yeah. You have all of your gear
yeah,
as you do when you wild shape. Yeah.
but I don't think I would have Biscuit because
No,
usually when
you
I wild
probably
shape, I
yeah.
give because he would have been riding a spider.
Yeah, so
So
Biscuit's
Abra probably
probably
would have
just
Biscuit.
Biscuit's probably just like within the mountain of fur on Gustav. Probably just like nestled in there and taking a nap, like he's chilling.
Okay. Then yeah, I would want to.
Gustav is no, I mean, Biscuit is none the wiser that his mother is in imminent danger.
Yep. Um, I would like to then just take stock of the room and start like searching the room, and still being like I have a mission. I need to still complete my mission if I can,
For
and so
sure.
I'll start like looking, just rummaging through his
Yeah,
stuff, basically.
let me first get a perception check from you just to see what you see as you're looking on the room. Then we can go do more
What
specific rolls.
dice do I want to use? Okay. Okay, not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. 16.
16. Immediately, because you're looking at the door, so you kind of back away. You see that the room is because it's like this very old citadel. It's made of stone mainly. However, there has been like wood. I mean, it's not paneling because like paneling didn't really exist at this time, but it's like very thin wood that is like wouldn't be very structurally sound, but it's almost used decoratively, that has been placed over this stone in certain places, if that makes sense what I'm saying. So it's like the trimming of the room is like all stone. It's where you can see that the stone is there, but then there's like wood planks that have been like carefully played just to make it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. But with that being said, the door frames are also actually stone. So you see embedded and carved within this door frame a series of arcanic runes that seem to be slightly glowing. And you look throughout the rest of the room, and it is relatively simple. The bed is a large king bed with I'm sure there's words for this, but I'm just gonna. It's a canopy bed. It's the four posts. Very large bed with like curtains that can be drawn on the actual bed itself. There's two windows on either side that are very large. From that perception check, you can see that the windows also have stone frames and similar arcanic ruins around the windows' edges as well. So you assume that whatever field is being created is also around the windows. There is a nightstand on either side of the bed. There is a chest of drawers that is on the wall that shares with the door, and above it is like a large mirror that is sitting there. And then there is a small little closet off to the side where he seemingly went in to get his parasol. And on the other side of the room from the closet, close to the door, is just a simple like water basin. And there's like a pitcher of wine there too, just like stuff that you would have just like in your room, with a chair next to it, and then like just a little side table. Seems to be like that's where he would like maybe read, or just a casual place to chill in his room. And that's what you see as you're glancing around.
At the door frame, can I reach out and like feel the runes? Like, can I feel the etched in of the room so I can actually touch them?
You can actually touch the runes, yes.
I go over to the window and I feel the same if I can touch those as well.
You can touch the runes around the windows, yes.
Okay. Gonna log that for later. Choop.
Logged.
Logged. Write it down.
Noted.
So I'm gonna continue just like rummaging and see what I can find. I'll start with each nightstand and then go to the chest of drawers.
The nightstand, one of the nightstands is just empty. It has nothing in it. It's clear that he sleeps like on one side of the bed. The nightstand that has like a everlight lamp on it, and like a, I don't know, what would you find on a fucking nightstand? Just like medieval fantasy world, whatever you can think of, it's probably there. And you open the drawer, and there's some parchment in the drawer. and I'm assuming you pick it up and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And they are letters. Just a few, just a couple of letters. Yeah.
I would. I don't want to take the time to read all of the letters, but I would like to see the to from parts if they have names of like sincerely or to
They are
Pildor
to and
or...
from Pildor Swiftdream and to and from Leona Bell.
Do I recognize that name? I feel like I do.
You recognize the last name Bell as Avra's last name.
Oh, that's why I recognize it. Okay, I pocket those. And then is that all I see in the first nightstand drawer?
That is all you see.
I go to the other one and do the same.
No, that was the other nightstand was the one that I just.
Oh,
it
right,
was
because one
empty.
was empty.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, then chest of drawers. I'm gonna start.
The chest of
rummaging
drawers.
drawers.
He has simple shirts and pants. All very well made and well tailored. Folded up. Lots of emerald. Lots of emerald. And that's all you find in the chest of drawers. And in the closet, I'll just go ahead and say, are his various emerald cloaks. There's like some that are much fancier, probably for like benefits and stuff like that. And there are some that seem like regular everyday. But other than that, you're not really finding anything else in this room. You're assuming because he was prepped for the fact that someone might be in this room that is not him. Yeah.
Then I would like to do a final check of any like secrets along the walls and stuff. So like if I can see like a bookcase that might be a like secret door or scuffs on the floor that might mean something's moved, things like that.
Sure, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Investigation. 15.
15. You don't find anything of the sort.
Okay. Then feeling that I've thoroughly searched the room and I've at least gotten something, I'm gonna go over to one of the windows and take out my dagger and see if I can like destroy the runes on the frame, and if that will dispel the.
Go ahead and roll, because I would say using a dagger to try to like. I mean, it's strength. You're seeing how strong you are to put a blade to stone. So roll a strength check for me.
Okay. Okay, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so you actually do notice that you are making headway. Like you're causing a groove in the stone. But I mean, all you have is a dagger, and you're going against stone. So you do feel like you could do this, but it's going to take you a while. So you don't necessarily know that destroying any one of the runes or making them illegible will get rid of the spell. But you do feel like you could take some time to try to destroy one of them. It will just take some time, like upwards of an hour. I will say, though, in the meantime, since the first time they checked in on you was the first 30-minute mark, it is probably past another 30 minutes, and the rest of you are sitting in the Velvet Dragon. You've still not heard anything. Kelpie has not showed up. It's been another 30 minutes. So if you did want to check in, that is something that you could do.
Nothing is going wrong in this moment as I drink ale.
Well,
I mean, a plan comes together.
yeah, perfect. I can cast Sending, or I can cast Revivify, but I'm sure we don't need the second one.
Probably
So I
not.
think I'm
We
safe.
should check first. Just check.
No,
first.
he's saying he can cast
Well.
one or the other.
Yeah, I've got one spell slot left, whatever that is.
Well, I don't know. If
I mean, we
can
should
just
probably
it.
check in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure she's fine. I mean, I feel like we would have noticed something.
Oh
I'm more
no,
curious.
I would really prefer it if somebody would check in on her. I'm a little bit
Yeah.
too far away to do so.
All right, yeah, I will reach out to her, see how she's doing. I'm sure she's fine.
Thank you.
All right, I'll cast Sending.
Okay. 25 words.
and I'll say,
Don't know what I was gonna
"Hey,
say or anything.
Kelpie, how's it going? We should hang out more. I really want to get to know you better. I feel like we don't talk that often. Just let me know how things are."
It ended it often. I feel like we don't talk that often. He said, "Hey, Kelpie, how you doing? Just I feel like we don't talk that often, something like that." But it ended on the word "often."
Okay. I'm really trying to. figure
A
out
lot
how
of
I'm gonna say
information
all
to
of
give in
this.
25 words. A lot of information to give in 25 words.
Hi, Pharaoh.
I love that you still included High Pharaoh, though.
He found me trapped in a bedroom, 3rd floor. He doesn't like the sun. Trying to escape. What else do I want to say?
Your face.
Oh, he knows you contacted me earlier.
Code red. Code red.
Sorry, what?
Hey, Mountain Dew here?
What does
What
Code
is
Red?
Code-
What does Code
What
Red
does
mean?
Mountain Dew?
I prefer gamer fuel.
What's a gamer?
I stand up dramatically from the table. We gotta go.
What?
do
Pharaoh,
you
what's
mean?
going
What-
I think Peeldor has her trapped in the 3rd bedroom, and he
What?
doesn't like sun.
He doesn't.
What?
I need us to
Kelpie's
focus on the
trapped?
first part. Focus on the first
Okay,
part.
yeah,
please,
yeah, yeah.
Pharaoh.
She's
What else did
trapped?
she say?
She's trapped. I think he knows that we contacted her, but he's trapped her in a room somehow.
Okay.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
But if we go, I mean, these guards following us everywhere.
But they won't follow us in there. But
Not.
What if-
I mean,
what if we-
technically, no. They didn't say. They said that they would not follow us in the mansion, but that's the if we go in there on good terms. I'm assuming.
If we leave, Kelpie's gonna be gone. Well, no, you can cast it again, but
I can cast it one more. I can get us to the mansion, illusory, but that's it.
I feel like maybe we stop lying to these guards.
Or maybe we tell them part of the truth and say that we think Kelpie might have run off. She is a
He
kid.
doesn't
Maybe we
like.
use that to our advantage for once.
He doesn't like the sun. Do we think that he?
Whose son? Whose son does he not like?
I think it's S-U-N, not S-O-N.
Oh, I'm sorry. That does make sense. I'll keep.
Uh,
You guys are the adventurers. I'll keep.
I'm gonna roll
Very
real
quirky.
quick nature to think if there's any other creature, just in case it's not a vampire, that could
I mean-
dislike the sun, that can be
I
a
feel like-
humanoid.
I feel like him not
You
liking
could
the
be a
sun is
gentleman,
problem
I
B.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll the nature check.
Don't worry, it's a quality 10.
Yeah, pretty much any nocturnal animal.
damn.
He could be a raccoon.
Exactly. Like it's like there's a lot of shit that doesn't like the sun. No, but to answer your question, I mean, vampire obviously comes to your mind, but with a 10, nothing else really points out to you. Yeah, I mean, you would assume that like like a drow, like a dark elf, would not enjoy the sun, but like creature wise, nothing really is coming to you.
Yeah. I knew something was wrong with this.
He also could just be like
Fucking
pale,
idiot.
you know. He could just be like a pale
Just
dude.
be a ginger.
I so pale. I knew there's something wrong with this fucking union. Of course, it's headed by some fucking vampire. And now we
The
said
whole
it.
union's
What if-
not bad.
What if we say that we know that that's where Kelpie really wanted to go, and we think she might have just snuck off, and we need their help to get there and figure out if she's there?
I like that. We
Yeah.
could, if we get their help, the guards' help, maybe us going in there will be more legitimate, and we can.
Do we have any of Kelpie's clothes? We could try to dress up Elliot, like
As
I,
Kelpie?
I feel like we've done enough lying, and it's got us to the point where we are, and maybe we should start telling the truth a little bit.
I think if we make them think that we're pretty sure Kelpie's there,
Yeah.
then yeah, I think what you said, like they might have our backs.
They might, but then
I feel
again,
like-
this is the Emerald
might.
Union, who they think
Right.
is just a charitable organization, led by a man who already murdered at least a dozen people, including a child.
Right.
Do you not? This is just a
Would you rather go
question,
with they
but
might help us, or they definitely won't.
Speak up, Drigo.
well, this is just a question. I just, will informing them that she might have snuck into the mansion give them cause to enter the mansion with you?
Oh.
Do we want them to enter the mansion with us? And see
That's
what's
another
going
question.
on?
That's
I'm
another
also
question.
concerned about the rooms that were reserved for whoever Peeldor's guests were.
As you were
Maybe
discussing
so.
all of this, I want to quickly flash back to Kelfie. Kelfie, very quickly, you hear a large set of footsteps coming down the hallway and then stopping in front of the door, and then you hear nothing else.
Nothing to worry about.
So that's what you hear.
Okay.
And so we'll cut back to everybody at the Velvet
cool.
Dragon.
I'm just saying I want to take a long 2-day rest before we make any decisions.
No,
can't
we
be
need
hasty.
to go get Kelpie like right
we need
now.
to act now, yeah.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think there should
I'm
be
going
some
to
people
get
who's-
Kelpie right now. I would love if you all come with. me.
Yeah. I say we
Yeah,
talk to the
let's do it.
guards, tell them Kelpie ran off to the Emerald Union. Or
I
the-
think we
the
try and
Pillar
keep the
Mansion.
one guard here just for whoever Pildor's guests were, because that was he's clearly waiting for somebody. And if
Well,
we
they're
could try,
canceled. They canceled the rooms, right? So they're not coming here.
they didn't cancel the rooms. We took them.
No, they can't.
canceled the
To
rooms.
remind you, Peeldor canceled.
Oh, they
the
did
rooms.
cancel?
Peeldor canceled.
Yeah,
the rooms.
we were
That's
gonna
why
take
the
those
two were
rooms,
available.
yeah.
Yeah, because he canceled the rooms.
Oh, right, they're not on the right. Never mind.
Yeah.
So they're probably at the mansion.
So we tell the guards that Kelfie's in the bathroom, and we head to the Union.
I think we tell that Kelpie ran off to the mansion. And we
Yeah.
need to go find her before she gets into trouble.
Let's just not. I will say I don't think we should tell them when she left. I think she snuck off
Yeah.
from here.
Oh, yeah, she could
We
have
can
stuck
say we
away
just
from here.
realized
Yeah.
she
Right.
was gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you all.
I'm not gonna do the talking on that. I'm not very charismatic.
Elburn won't do the talking. Noted. All right, so
Got
you all exit the Velvet Dragon. I will assume you have paid for your libations for the evening. What?
I didn't dine a dash, baby.
And you exit, and the guards are there waiting for you. The guards are there waiting for you. You don't have to talk to them. You can just walk, and they'll walk with you. But you can talk to them.
Hey.
Hello,
So-
I hope you enjoyed your meal. And you do notice
Good,
that
thanks.
actually
Good,
two of the
lovely.
guards have already switched out. You were in there for an hour, and two of the guards have switched out.
Hey, so the little one, Kelpie,
Yes, right?
she we just noticed that she ran off.
Did you guys see her run out here?
Yeah, did you guys see her?
And
run
the
past?
guy who's like mainly been talking to you this entire time like looks at everybody else, and everybody's looking at one another, and oh, this is not good. No, we didn't. Are you saying she's not with you?
No.
Oh my god.
She's pretty sneaky, but we think we might know where she went. Will you come with us? And
Of course, we need to find her right now.
Yes, we do.
she's a little shy around strangers, so we might still ask that you wait outside. But please come with us, by all means.
What?
Yes.
Where are we going? Where do you think she went?
Just follow us. I'm just gonna start walking.
Pildor's mansion.
Oh, what? Okay, and they do start following you, and you walk for, close to 10 minutes.
I want to ask the main guard that we're talking to his opinion on Pildor.
Okay, so you're as you're
Shadow.
walking, he's because they usually stay about 10 feet away from you, so you like kind of wait for him, and he walks up and what do you say?
It's like, so do you know much about Pildor? Have you ever met him?
And he's like
or-
walking like very focused, like I've seen him at a couple of benefits and never talked to him personally.
You think he's a good guy? You know anything about him?
Honestly, I don't know anything about him, no, but the Emerald Union seems to do some good work around the city, so he can't be that bad.
Do I think he's telling the truth that he's never met him or anything?
Roll an insight check.
He's actually his father.
5.
5, yeah, telling the truth.
All right, good to know.
Can I ask one of the guards, not
Sorry?
the same one, but I go, what? You seem really concerned that she's disappeared, and like we're concerned too, but like, there's nothing wrong with her walking around the city, is there?
Unguarded? Yes, there's something very wrong with that. That means we've failed.
Oh, and that there's like nothing. There's no.
We don't know who you are or what you're trying to do in this city, which is why we are guarding you and why we were ordered to do so. So the fact that one of you has escaped from us does not look very good.
Yeah,
Hey, man, we're not going to tell.
I agree. Like Yep.
No, I'm
we're
not
all
saying
in
it
this
doesn't look
together.
very good for us. It does not look very good for you.
Well, I don't know.
Now, hold on a minute.
Sounds like a you
She's
problem.
just a kid.
Well, yes, of course, we have failed in our guard duties and we will be punished as such, but the fact that one of you walked away without letting us know is it will be reported to the Alderman.
I mean, we let you know as soon as we found out.
Of course, but she
She's a
didn't.
kid. Like, kids do stuff. You know?
100%, I agree. I have a child of my own. It will still be reported to Alderman Powell.
What's their name?
Yeah.
Timmy?
How many
Aw.
eyes?
How old are they?
What?
How old
Here.
are
We're
they?
here at the Emerald Union. We're here. What are we doing?
One
Ah,
other
yes.
thing. One other thing.
Yes.
I
The magic of the plot.
Well, yeah, Rev, go ahead.
One other thing I wanted to do on the walk was like switch my backpack kind of like onto my front, like a baby Bjorn situation,
Okay.
and open it up just to talk to Elliot and be like,
Okay, totally, yeah. So you open it up and
"Do you wear
he
any-
has a nail file somehow. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Are you aware of any like vampires in the city? Maybe Kildor Swift Dream. Does that ring any bells to you?
Well, I know that, just from what you guys know, I know that Theodore is the leader of the Emerald Union, but, yeah, no, I've never heard of him being a vampire. I mean, it's not like all vampires know each other, you know.
No, I don't want to assume that, but like.
No, I'm not saying
I mean,
saying that. It was a logical question. It was a logical jump, but no, I don't. I personally, I can check with Deeb, but you know.
That's what I was kind of asking.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Check
if
back
you-
in like 30 seconds.
Okay, cool.
30 seconds pass. You check back in. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I talked to D. No, he's never. I mean, he's heard of the guy for sure, but never really been on his radar for any reason other than just.
More like two magic people know each other than like two vampires.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just kind of knows him by name like anybody else does. Yeah.
He's a big player.
Yeah. No vampires. That we know of, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but no one knows the D's a vampire either. So
What?
I'm just saying they're good at hiding the fact that they're vampires.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So he
Yeah.
could be for sure.
Yeah.
So what's the plan? What are you guys gonna do? You think she's gonna die?
She snuck in there somehow. I don't know. Maybe you want to try and get in there, but
We can talk about it. That sounds a little. I don't really want to be captured, but I guess I could be dismissed. You know, you could
Right,
just
we
dismiss
we
me.
could like make you disappear. So like, I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's true. Yeah, I guess I could fuck around.
Yeah, let's find out.
Okay. And you guys eventually make it to Pildor's mansion. And the guards are just like looking at you expectantly. And there's again on the outside there's like a gate around the whole courtyard of the mansion, and there's 2 guards at this front gate, and a tower, a part of the actual building that has a crossbow guard in it as well.
Maybe we just talk to the guards and be like, "Hey, we're here for tour or something."
Yeah, they'll
I think
really
we tell
want
them
that,
that-
Pharaoh. They'll say they really want a
We're here
tour
for a tour.
of this very well-defended mansion.
I think we
Okay,
tell
I
him
can-
that one of our friends snuck in.
Real quick, Kelfie, I just want to check in with you. Are you just like going to town on this rune, or is there anything else that you want to do?
Because I would assume it's kind of loud, and I don't want like them to come in and know that I'm trying to escape, even though I am sure they do.
Yeah.
Once I hear the footsteps and they stop at the door, I'm gonna stop chiseling,
Okay.
and I'm gonna look around and try to find another place. I'm gonna see the fireplace, and I'm gonna take the water basin that I can.
There is
see.
no fireplace in this room.
Oh, I thought you said there was a fireplace in the bedroom.
This bitch don't like light for a reason.
Was the fireplace in his office?
There was a fireplace in his office, and there was a fireplace
Ah.
downstairs in the dining room area.
I thought it was in the bedroom.
No.
Then yeah, I'll keep just chipping away. I'll just like try to be more.
Yeah, well, you can saw at it too,
Quiet.
and that's not super loud.
Okay. Then yeah. I'll just...
Yeah, so you're just going to town while they're coming back. If they get to you soon, I mean, it'll be, yeah, it's going to take you a while to do that. So I just wanted to make sure I was checking in on you. Okay, so you guys are discussing what you want to do with the guards.
If we get to her soon.
If.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen, man.
Yeah.
We've already killed one child. What's another?
I don't think we're gonna be able to lie our way into this place.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, I mean, we did tell them that we were going to talk to the Emerald Union, right? I mean,
Right.
can't we just...
And it kind of sounds like Pildor is expecting us, or at least knew that we were talking to Kelpie at one point.
Is that what
So.
she said in the message?
Yeah.
She did say he knew we contacted her.
Well, shit. Then I guess we just walk straight up to them.
Yeah, I mean, should we? I think we either say that we know she snuck in, or I mean, we can use Ben's cloak if we need to.
We can ask them, tell them that we're trying to ask for their help with the investigation. Not necessarily that they're suspect, but they obviously have a lot of high-level connections.
And we think that the child with us may have run
mean,
off excitedly.
Yeah.
Maybe make a deal too. I don't know. Like if he's
Yeah.
got, he might.
So it sounds
I wanna
like...
tell.
Sorry, I don't know why Drigo would not be talking right now.
I want to tell Gustav.
Trigo, I appreciate your input.
Yeah, no, you guys run this party. I honestly should have stayed at the Velvet Dragon.
to make a laugh around it, and I want him to alert me if he sees Pildor at any point. But I want him to just circle the building.
Yeah, for sure. So Gustav, the only thing, the only hiccup with that is that he doesn't know what Pildor looks like. Okay, cool. So he goes around the edge of the building.
Do I know what Pildor looks like?
No.
If you see anybody important walking around,
He goes
intelligence of 5.
as you were talking. He goes around the building. He points out the crossbow guard that's in the tower, and he also points out that on the right side of the mansion, there's a dude sitting in a chair reading something. Like where, if you remember from what I described with Kelty, which you might not, but she came down into the dining room. There was then like this foyer that led to a double staircase, and then on the other side was like a study. He notices someone in that study.
I'll tell that to everybody.
Okay.
Are the guards around? Are they dressed in Emerald Union garb?
They are not. No, they the two guards that are in front of the gate and the crossbow guard are. Oh, sorry, you said Emerald Union. I thought you were asking. They are not Stagham guards. They don't necessarily have EU symbols on them either, but they seem to be
But
like
they're
a
not
private
representing,
security. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
They don't look like the average like Emerald.
No, they definitely they don't look like average Emerald Union people, and they don't look like Stagham guards. They look like a private security type situation.
I was gonna say, beyond having the ability to just disguise self, I think a couple of us have emerald cloaks. We can't
You're
get
muted,
them.
Emily.
The cloak that I have is not in great shape. Don't know that it would be passable.
Does anybody have mending?
I do. I can mend it.
You can mend it?
Yeah, I'll mend it for you. If you want
Dude,
me
we're
to.
standing right in front of the gate. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, just circle around me.
Yeah, everybody huddle up.
We got 6 guards watching us.
I'm gonna-
we got
I'm gonna-
these people right in front of us.
Can I cast? Can I?
I'm gonna
cast
wave to the
perception?
guard.
Can I roll perception to see if the crossbow people are watching?
Yeah, sure.
8.
Yeah, 10,000%. There's a bunch of guards and people standing right in front of the gate of the place he guards. He's
I think
trained on you for sure.
I think we shouldn't delay anymore. I think we should walk up to it.
I think
Well,
so too. Let's do
Try
it.
to get in
Yeah,
and help
I'm
out.
gonna
I do let Elliot out of the bag, and have him turn invisible.
Okay, yeah, he's yeah. I was about to say, really? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He turns invisible and he kind of parrots on your shoulder.
Immediately just gets shot.
He jumps up on your shoulder and is kind of like just like not aggressively, but it's like just like holding onto your hair, just like so that he has a handle.
I'm gonna get Gidget out and tell him to just stay like near the guards, so that I can check in through his sight every now and then.
Okay, yeah, Gidget he crawls down your leg and kind of just like chills on the ground near the gate. And
hey,
you
Drigo?
go. Yeah,
Driga.
yeah.
We're gonna probably do something pretty stupid and maybe dangerous. and
Yeah.
I don't want to put you in any harm.
Me neither.
So, like, yeah. So like, just stay out here with the guards if you want.
Oh,
we'll
okay.
be
Are they
probably
staying out
right
here? Are
back.
the guards staying out?
I think they should come inside, Pharaoh. They should
Oh, yeah.
probably come inside with us.
Well, yeah, just stay with the guards. Maybe in the lobby.
Okay, yeah. I'll be where the guards are.
Okay, cool.
I think they call it a foyer. If it's a mansion, it's probably a foyer. I'm sorry.
Um, so you
I mean, Anthony-
so you approach the two guards that are in the front of the gate.
Uh-huh.
Hello.
Hi. We need to get in
Hey.
to see the union head.
Okay,
Why don't you take a step back, Albert?
All right.
I fold behind you guys.
I love that in character you're like, I'm not going to do the talking because I'm not charismatic. And the first thing you do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's 100% in character thing.
All right, so you back away and yeah, go ahead.
We actually traveled here to speak with the leader here, but we traveled here with a child, and I think she may have run out ahead of us. Did you happen to
Very
see
exciting.
her?
We've not seen any children into the premises. No. You do see one of the guards that you're talking to looks over, and one of the guards that you're with just kind of like gives a nod, and the two guards just turn and open the gate.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks. I'll look out the other guards that's following us. Appreciate it.
This is what you were tasked to do, so let's get on in there.
We'll go in.
Usually we would stay outside, but we need to find Kelpie.
Yeah, you should come. You should come
Yes.
with us.
Yeah.
Uh,
just
well,
stay in the foyer.
and he points, and he actually asks 4 of them to stay outside, so only 3 of them are coming in with you, including the one that you normally talk to.
What's the one that we normally talk to? His name?
You don't know?
What's your name? The one that I normally talk to?
Eric?
Nice to meet you, Eric. My name's
Two
Eric.
eyes.
Nice to meet you. What?
With 2 eyes.
2 eyes, yes. How you normally spell it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But do you spell it with a C or a K?
Okay, we should find Kelp.
Oh, it's
You're right. You're right. My bad.
And so you all go up to the building. You do notice the same 2 runes that are there. But as you approach, one of the guards at the main gate, with the wood part of his spear, hits a bell that rings, and the runes like glow slightly, and that's all that you really notice. But you are able to pass them.
How close are we to the? How far are we from the bell?
Now you're like 10, 15 feet away from
Oh, okay. I thought it was next to us. Never
it.
mind.
No.
Is that what we're calling Abra now? The bell?
The bell.
What floor did she say she was on? She said she was on the 3rd floor.
She said 3rd, but it's the 2nd, right? Isn't it just the 2nd? Did you go up 2 flights of stairs?
Drigo, you don't know.
I think so, because the second flight was just like 2 hallways, right?
Yeah, and then you went to the
And then
back
the
of one of the
third-
hallways to find.
A staircase up to a
Yes,
couple more
correct,
doors in the big
correct.
one.
3rd
Okay,
floor.
okay.
Yep. And the 3rd floor is just one single hallway. That's correct.
Right,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
definitely the 3rd floor.
Yep. It is.
I'll start heading for the stairs if we see stairs. around.
Well, you enter the manor first because you were able to pass the pillars, but you get up to the double
Okay.
doors. You get up to the double doors, and as you approach the double doors, they are open for you. And there stands a tall, elvish man in a very ornate green cloak with slicked black hair and a white streak right up the middle. And he says, "Well, hello. how may I be of service? My name is Pildor Swiftdream. I am the head of the Emerald Union and owner of this mansion. I heard that you might be coming.
Sounds like you were expecting us.
Yes, Alderman Powell did tell me that you were on your way.
I'm sure he did.
Let's have this conversation on the 3rd floor.
Let's... Actually, I have a study right inside here that we can all come in and talk to. Please, please, come in. And as you, if you do enter the mansion...
Actually, not. I'm actually not comfortable on the first floor of buildings. Which is a weird thing.
As you enter the mansion, you do see he was off to the side, so it was hard to see. You see a very large, about 8-foot tall suit of armor that has where you would normally see like maybe chainmail or skin. It's just kind of like a purplish, translucent gas. As it seems, this magical set of armor is just standing there, very like it has a big long sword that is embedded in the ground, and its hands are just resting on the pommel. And he says, "Please, please come enter. I would love to meet with you and discuss your findings about the attack on Lake Peak."
I kind of nod at I say hi to the suit of armor.
It
Hey.
doesn't. It doesn't acknowledge your existence. All it does is, as you all approach, I mean, I'm assuming you're all going into the study. No one's saying opposite.
Yeah.
Actually, do you have a bathroom? I'm sorry. We came from the tavern before this, and I should have gone then, but
Of course, yes, no problem. And he snaps his finger, and out from the other side that he's gesturing you toward the study. Out from the dining room comes this older human male with gray hair, and he's wearing butler-esque attire. And he says, "Hello, yes, I can. There's a bathroom near the kitchen. I can direct you to."
Shame I'm gonna have to kill that butler.
I pull out my gun and shoot the butler in the face.
He, if you do follow him, he directs you through the dining room, which is basically just like a large fireplace, the one that Kelpie came down, and then there's a long table with chairs set around it. There's a pair of double swinging doors that apparently lead to the kitchen, and then there's one smaller door just off to the side, and he gestures right to it. And he stops moving. He just stays like in the doorway of the dining room. But he says, "The bathroom is right there."
great, thank you.
Of course.
I go in and I get Elliot like down and
Yeah,
try
yeah.
to push home.
All right. So, what do you want me to do here?
I think we should. I mean, like you're gonna have to do some exploring.
Okay.
Uh,
I just want to say I was much more down for this until I saw that guy is scary. And did you see that suit of armor that he had?
Yeah,
Holy
I don't know what the
shit!
fuck is going on there, but
Wow, that's terrifying.
I actually do kind of have to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
so-
okay, yeah. So I just, I just, where do I need to go? What do I do?
So she said she was on the also checking in here.
Yeah,
Third
yeah.
floor? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
right?
third floor. So, so you do, yeah, third floor bedroom is what she
Third
said.
floor bedroom.
All right, yeah, I'll go up there and I'll let you know what I find, I guess.
Yeah, I would say avoid everybody if you yeah.
Okay, well,
I've got thieves tools. Can you try and pick? Do you think? I don't know. Probably these are all like magic locks, but
I mean, I can certainly try. Yeah, you know,
it's
it's worth a shot.
A set of thieves tools.
And then he looks at you and he kind of says, "Well, see, now we're kind of in an awkward moment because I can't open this door because they just see the door open and close. So like, I'll just," and he kind of just turns and faces the door and covers his ears and waits for you to like go to the bathroom.
Yeah. So I wrap up. And I leave the bathroom, leaving Elliot like with the
Yeah,
open
as soon
door.
as you open the door, I mean, you don't see him because he turns invisible, but as soon as you open the door, he turns back into invisible and just kind of, you hear a little pitter-patter as he runs away and starts doing his own thing. So yeah, you exit the bathroom, the butler guards, gestures you back into the study where all of you are now seated. as there's a very large seating area around a second fireplace. There's 3 fireplaces total. Yeah, he just gestures you all. As the butler returns with Rev, he says, he just kind of looks to him and nods, and he looks to the rest of you and says, he will be bringing refreshments for all of you. I'm sure you've had quite the stressful journey.
Pildor said that?
Yes.
Okay, real quick. I'm going to start playing with my teeth
Okay.
as if there's something in them, and then I'm going to take out my mirror and try to angle it to see if I can see Pildor while picking at my teeth.
Okay, yeah, sure. You do so. And
I'm not trying to like sleight of hand, be like sneaky pulling the mirror. Like I'm just straight up pulling the mirror out, and, like picking at my teeth.
I would say that, I mean, you could do that fairly naturally. The picking of the teeth is a good cover. So yeah, you do so, and you are able to see him in the mirror.
Okay. I finished doing that and then lick my teeth a few times and put it back in.
Okay, well done. After a few moments, a pitcher of water with some crystalline glasses is brought and put on the table between all of you. You notice that Pildor is poured a glass first from the butler, and Pildor, knowing what the situation is, grabs the glass and takes a big sip of it, and then looks to the rest of you and says, "So, how may I help you? I'm assuming you want to talk about your friend upstairs, but before we discuss her, we can discuss some other things.
I'm
Like,
sorry, our friend is here?
yes, the one that you had sneak into my mansion?
We certainly didn't have her sneak in.
Ah,
She's a child.
but you knew where she was because you checked in on her twice while she was here.
Yes, we checked in trying to find her because she snuck off and we were very worried about her.
You are a good liar. Much like your mother. And he turns to the rest of you all and says, "So, how exactly are we to move forward from here?"
Your mother?
Yes, oh, has Ava not told you of her mother? Leona Bell?
I haven't spoken to my mother in years.
Ah, yes, well, I would notice a young wizard with blue turquoise hair anywhere. And you do look quite a bit like her. Of course, her raven hair is a little bit different than yours, but you do have her fine features.
Can we maybe not speak about my mother and instead try to get our friend back this year?
Yes, well,
Relevant, but okay.
speaking of that, you were brought here to discuss the Lake Peak investigation with me, correct? So why did you have your friend... Why did your friend sneak into the mansion rather than discussing it with me personally?
Our friend had a theory.
Theory.
And we didn't personally agree with it, but we weren't going to stop her from investigating.
Make a deception check.
I was trying to word it so I wasn't being deceiving.
You
Atticus
did it.
would
You
say,
did not
well-
disagree with it.
Atticus will just say, well, some of us agree.
This is going to be nothing. It's 11.
Okay. You don't notice anything that he does. And he looks to you, Atticus, upon saying that. Well, I heard that Miss Hindlestad was the one behind the horrific attack on Barrett Square.
I heard the same thing.
So what do you, so your reason
I
for
honestly think
coming...
It's very interesting that you are not... I guess I just wanted to ask why you're not more concerned about your people, your men and women of the Emerald Union who were lost in this attack. And I just thought maybe you would... be
What makes you
interested
think
in
that I'm not concerned
helping
about
us.
them?
Oh, well, I guess if you are, then we wanted to give you the opportunity to help us figure out who hurt all these people. And I'm going to pull out Ben's destroyed
Fiona
boat
didn't
because
act
it didn't
alone.
mend it.
Well, Miss Bell, I would love to say that I had every intention of being as cooperative as possible until I was approached in a less than orderly way. So,
By a
whereas I
child.
do have a... strong connection to the people who were lost in this horrific attack. I also have a strong connection to protect my people from those who I don't know, and those who go sneaking about our mansion. As far as I know, the most current threats to the Emerald Union are sitting right in front of me, enjoying a nice glass of crystalline water. So, before you get all high and mighty, much like your mother does, I would assume that you know your position in this moment, and you cooperate and discuss appropriately. So,
We want to see Kelpie.
you want to see Kelpie.
Yeah, just bring her down
She
here.
tried to tell me her name was Susie when I first met her. I, of course, knew that was a lie, but Kelpie sounds much more... What do you know about your friend, Kelpie?
What
I
do
think
you know
Susie's a
about
middle
her?
name.
What?
He said he thinks Susie is the middle.
I
name,
didn't
but that's
ask
neither here
him
nor
what
there.
he said.
Oh,
What did you say, Miss Bell?
What do you know about her? She's a child.
Yes, I'm sure she would have you believe that. You see, Kelpie is from a member of the Druidic tribe known as the Greenleafs.
Okay.
Greenleafs are, well, for lack of a better word, insane. They have a belief of this world that anyone who is not of the natural tendencies of this earth deserves to be wiped out. And that most civilizations and cities are a scourge upon this planet. That is who raised your little Kelpie. Do you also know what your Kelpie is capable of?
can I roll an insight on what he just said?
Yes, go ahead.
Seems like you and Kelpie might have a couple things in common.
18.
You don't notice, and he's telling the truth as far as you know.
All right.
Well, since you want to bring up my mother so much, this would be a good opportunity to point out that we don't always turn out like the people who raise us. And Kelpie
He
is
just
sort of
laughs.
us now.
He just laughs. And he says, the fact that you think you are nothing like your mother is everything humorous. Because
No,
you
I'm
are...
nothing like my mother.
It's sweet that you think so.
Do you know anything about my mom?
No.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't know. You seem to know a lot about our past, and I was just.
So big.
I have eyes and ears in many locations. So, truly, I promise you that Kelpie is nothing but protected, nothing but safe in this current moment, and has not been harmed or even touched by a single person in this mansion.
Then
Well,
let
why
her come
don't
down
you
here.
take us to Kelpie, or take Kelpie to us, and then we can continue our conversation.
I feel as if I was the one that was wronged in this situation, and that I am owed an explanation.
Then let Kelpie come down here and explain to you.
I am tired of you acting like she is a naive child.
She's certainly
Now, will
not
you
naive.
talk to me like an adult, or are we going to have issues?
I mean, you're not really talking to us like adults either, so it's kind
Wonderful. So I suppose that this is the end of the discussion?
of...
If that's
well,
what you're choosing.
Can I make a real
Until
quick
we see
perception
Kelpie.
check on that suit of armor?
Hey.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
As it's got a sword over his head. Just
That's kind of what I was. 13.
God, I want to
It is standing in the doorway, sword lifted.
Yep. Yep.
You think that you can just walk into this mansion and demand things of me? You think that you can betray my trust, trespass on my property, and come in here and demand things of me? I know what you think that I am capable of. I know what you think I did. And so you would come into the place of a person that you thought did these horrific acts and had the capabilities that he has, and yet you would still try to disrespect him when he has one of your members captured far away from you in a place that you do not know? That is the
Pretty
way you want
much.
to go about this situation?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
When we were also disrespected, yeah.
Mostly
stands. He's-
by the murder of, a child and their family and their father. And
He stands and he says, well, I suppose conversation will not be productive. Am I correct in assuming so?
I think it could be productive as long as, we're
You
all
stop
open
being
and honest with each
asses?
other.
That's kind of on you, man.
Now that's rude.
Yeah,
I have
you're
I have offered you seating. I have offered you drinks. I have protected the person who came here under the guise and disguise of trickery and
You're
illusory.
also holding them captive.
I am holding them prisoner. There is a difference.
Real quick, we all have water in our hands. Like, we all, like, assumedly
I
took
did
the water,
not take
right?
the water.
I for sure took the
If
water.
you took it, you have water in your hands.
I'm gonna stealthily pour in a little bit of my holy water that I have, just to see what happens with the water that we're drinking.
Well, first of all, roll a sleight of hand check.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The first thing I did, not even trying to hide it this time. For sure I'm hiding it. Ooh, 18.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't notice that. So, well, wait, does he not notice that?
No, he doesn't notice it. He's fine.
Hold on.
He rolls a 37.
Does the suit of armor notice it?
Suit of armor.
Hey, don't do that. His
Holy
passive
water.
perception is a 22. So he looks at you and he says, so she told you that I didn't like the sun. Yes, that was a joke that I did have a little bit of fun with, but I assure you I am not undead. Feel free to splash me in the face if you'd like. Or you can have your cleric test me.
I went, no, I just thought you might have tried to poison us, and then I flick holy water directly into his face.
He
Just
takes it to his face, wipes it away.
All right?
I personally
Well, now I
thought
think we crossed the line.
I personally thought that this wondrous Lake Peak 6 that I heard of would be capable of having an intelligent conversation, or at the very least, capable of knowing when they hold the power in a situation or not. However, I now see that you have decided that you think you know what is going on, and that you are the authorities above all else. So, I will kindly ask that you leave this mansion, and I will report Kelfie to the authorities, and she will be handled as such.
Hold on.
I don't think so. Hey, man, I don't like you. I'm just gonna say it. I just don't like you, man.
How
You
close are you
make Pharaoh
with,
mad now. That's bad. You don't.
how close are you with Olin Graver?
This is the meanest I've ever seen him.
Hold on, all of you interrupted Rep from something that he was saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was just losing his mind.
No, he would. Well,
I
he's
looked down
losing
and I
his
just
mind
saw
because he keeps trying to talk and people
Oh,
keep
shit, I'm
interrupting
sorry.
him.
I'm sorry.
Look. Not all of us are incapable of holding our tongues and being civil during conversation. I will say, if we were to have a conversation about next steps, what do you want?
I want to get to the bottom of this horrific attack on Barrett Square and see if there is any capability of something happening here in Stackham. I don't want death. I know what you think I am capable of. I know what you think that I did, but I didn't.
What do you think we think you did?
You think I am the culprit behind the attack, as your friend here mentioned with Olin Graver.
Why do you, who told you that?
Olin Graver. The sole proprietor behind the attack on Barrett Square.
Insight. I'm gonna insight that.
Roll an insight check.
He just said that Olin Graver is the one that's only one behind it.
Yep.
15.
As far as you know, he's telling the truth.
Shit.
Okay, it sounds like we're all innocent. Let's grab Kelfie and we'll,
Well, unfortunately, Kelfie will have to be handled by the law.
Nah,
Why?
I don't think so.
Well, because this conversation has gone horribly, and you have shown me no amount of respect, and therefore she will be taken in by the law and most likely taken to the orphanage.
I forgot. Disrespect is a crime here, I
We
guess.
can just adopt her, guys. It's fine. Oh,
I guess.
We'll adopt her from the orphanage. Yeah, it'll be
I
fine.
would.
5 sessions later, after doing all the paperwork, we finally have her.
we have to like buy a house and like show like proof of residence. And, like,
Someone has to
of us
come
have
over,
jobs.
do a home
Yeah.
visit.
Gilmore's like
Third
calling
home
from
visit.
They do a
Gilmore's
home
calling
visit
from
to the
fence.
Velvet
He's like,
Dragon.
Abra has to like marry one of us because they won't.
We all get into politics to change the laws.
Can we at least see Kelpie and talk to her and see that she's safe?
You had every
before we leave?
opportunity to do so, and now you have no right. You have no right.
I'm not sure that we did.
You started off pretty hostile.
So,
By offering you drinks and seating and discussion.
By the tone in which you did it.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
gave
poor
us
thing.
water.
You also brought up my mother immediately, and if you know my mother, then you know that I did not want her brought up.
You were gaslighting us.
Mm.
Can I roll perception on the thing behind us?
You don't have to. You look behind him, and he is still standing in the doorway, but the sword is now back embedded into the ground.
You got. Okay.
we all know that this is not good.
I would agree with that. Please, I feel like you should let this man do your talking for you.
All off onto a bad start. You know what we think is going on. You know that there's a certain amount of evidence that we have uncovered that has led us in this direction.
Of course.
You want us, I assume, to cease this harassment, as you might call it. And, as you say, Olin is the only.
Well, the only member of the Emerald Union. Mayor Abbott was in on it as well, according to Mr. Graver.
Yeah, well, at least we are in agreement there. I think we could help facilitate moving this investigation on swiftly from footing you as a person who was ever involved in the first place.
Wonderful.
And I think that it would be most beneficial to all of us to see this relationship flourish is if we could figure out some way for you to restore our party to full.
Roll a persuasion check.
Quick add, it's not the Lake Peak 5, it's the Lake Peak 6.
You're
That'll
ruin our
totally
nickname.
work.
Yeah, but Drigo's there, so he's.
It's not the. You take Drigo, it's fine. You newly found love. No worries.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what I rolled, and because of the rules of Lucky, like, I'm going to tell you what I rolled. You don't have to tell me what happens, but I want to know if I should use Lucky
Okay, yeah.
a little higher. I got an 18.
No, you're good. He looks to you and he says, "Listen, it is hard not to be put on your heels when you find out that someone is sneaking into your mansion, someone who is capable of high-level magic, and someone who got past all of my defenses. This is a worrying and troubling thing. Therefore, I hid Kelpie away. Now, Miss Bell, I realize that she is a child, which is why I didn't kill her, which I had every right to do as the owner of this establishment.
Wow,
However,
thank you.
I knew that she was probably acting on poorly given advice.
Clearly.
So, I hid her away and made sure she was safe so that she could be discussed with later. Now, I apologize for the hostility that you have sensed from me. However, you simply decided, off the word of two desperate, already captured individuals, that I had anything to do with this attack. You have no proof. You have no evidence of any kind other than the word of two people who were already being questioned and tortured and captured. So, I was a little offended by the fact that you, people who are no import to the city of Stadgam, no positions of authority held, one of you hid away in a library her entire life. You think that you can just walk in here and demand and discuss things. I am giving you a lesson that you might not want, but a lesson that you need to heed, which is you cannot just take. You cannot just challenge, or you will be hurt or worse. And he looks over and he snaps his finger. And Rev, you hear in your brain, oh fuck, there's another big one of those suit guys. One of those suit guys, he's standing outside of one of these fucking doors. There's another one. Oh wait, he's moving. Oh shit, he's opening the door. He's opening the door. Kelfie, you see the door open, and outside of the door, you see a large suit of armor that seems magically bound in some way. And the suit of armor looks at you, and its sword is on its back.
Mm-hmm.
It looks at you, and it bends down and puts his hands out like this.
Question.
Yes.
When the barrier went down for them to answer, did I notice anything on the window barrier at that same time?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so, but I had to check.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming I haven't noticed any change since I've been chipping away at the runes.
No, you have not fully destroyed a single rune yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's only been... I mean, you started pretty much when they contacted you. It's been like 15, 20 minutes. And like I said, it could take like upwards of an hour. So you didn't get to one officially, no.
Okay.
And I'll say you like started hearing the door open or started hearing movement. So you like... The door was not open and you were sitting there chiseling.
Yeah, I'd probably like put the dagger away and like stand in kind of a ready stance to see who was opening the door. And then I don't know. She probably wouldn't do anything. She would just stare at the suit of armor, not really trusting to just jump into its arms.
You hear another set of footsteps, and Elliot's telling you all of this in your head, Rev. The butler from downstairs has now reached the room, and pops his head over, and he says, "Hello, Miss Calafee. Is it my friend here will escort you down to see the rest of your friends. They are here to see you."
And I mean, she's gonna insight check.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm sure that he's telling the truth, but she's gonna. That's nat 20.
Yeah.
so-
Oh yeah. This dude is like, I mean, such a butler that he's probably like he would be like an android. Like, I mean, he like has no emotion. He's telling you straight up facts. Like, just like doing his damn job and doing it well. Like, that's all he gives a shit
Buttle's
about.
like the best of
He's a butler, man, and a good one. And like that's what he's doing. He doesn't give a shit what Pildor does. He doesn't know what he does. He's just being a damn good butler.
Right.
So glad we didn't kill that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, with a
It
nat
was
20,
disclosed.
with a nat 20, you just know that this guy like buttles and buttles well, my man. So he looks at you and he says, we don't want you to run away again, and he's big and strong and can carry you, and I'm old and frail.
If I promise not to run, can I just walk by myself? I don't think I want to be carried by that.
Make a persuasion check.
Wasted my nat 20. Okay, still not too bad. Persuasion. 21.
Please don't run away, or else I will get in trouble.
Hmm.
Your friends are downstairs.
Okay,
Okay.
and I'll follow
All
or
right.
be
And
led.
he walks away. Elliot starts going, "Oh shit! Okay, I'm coming back. I'm coming back." he's running, and you all are eventually hear loud thundering footsteps. The suit of armor that is in the doorway steps to the side, and out from behind one of his legs pokes the tiny little head of Kelpie. And Kelpie,
Run up and grab her.
Susie!
Kelpie, fuck off. Kelpie, you see the rest of your party half sitting, half standing, talking to Pildor. And Ava runs up and gives you a big hug.
I gave her a big hug back. And then, can I do an insight check onto like the feeling of the room, like
Yeah, for sure.
where we are?
Read the
Vibe
room
check.
Yeah.
insight check. Yeah, vibe check.
Cold right now.
We're chilling.
Vibe
Great
check.
time.
It's a bad vibe check because that's a 6.
Everyone seems to be in pretty good moods.
Great, awesome, love it. And she just stands there smiling. She's like, "Oh yeah, it's cool now, cool."
Pildor looks to the rest of you and he says, "As you can see, not a single hair was harmed on her, as I promised. So, now, can we have a conversation?"
So sorry for this misunderstanding that's happened here that put any suspect on you.
I appreciate that.
So what do you know?
All I know is that I was informed by William Dreifer that Olin Graver was trying to pin the attack on me, and that him and Mayor Abbott were the ones behind the attack, because Olin he's always been a radical and has always hated the industrious inventions of our neighborly ISS organization, and decided to take it into his hands to make a statement. And for some reason, threw me in along with him. I'm assuming to save his own tail so that he would not just be executed right away.
Real quick question that might be meta / not.
Yeah.
Or not meta. It's for my own clarification.
Yeah, what's up?
Earlier, Pildor said that Olin Graver told him, and now he's saying that William Dreifer told him. Was that a mistake, or is that deliberate? Okay, that's what I thought that you couldn't answer, but I wanted to make sure that I wasn't crazy in hearing things. Can I insight that
Yeah,
then?
100%.
Okay. I don't know how to do math. That's a 16. I almost said 20, and that was not true.
With the 16, I will say something feels off. You just don't know what it is.
Great.
I want to super quickly check where Gidget is. Like literally, just look where he is. And...
The 3 guards that, unless you told him to stay with the 4 guards that stayed outside.
I think I would have told him to stay outside because I mostly want to know if anybody else is coming into the house.
Yeah, you check with Gidget, and it's literally just those 4 guards who stayed outside are talking to the 2 guards at the gate, and they just seem to be shooting the shit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I also make an insight check?
100%. This will be
Please
the
do
only.
better than
This will be the only other one though.
Do better than.
I gotta start being better about a DM, is not letting you all just keep rolling checks.
I should not have been the one to make this.
You said it.
I don't know anything. I got it too.
Yep. Everything seems to be above board.
Well, we don't think Olin acted alone. So, if it wasn't you that helped him out, we would appreciate your help in finding out who did help Olin. And
Well,
I
what's,
don't think this is going to be the last attack.
Get any internal investigation? I mean,
Oh, of course, yes. It was a discussion. We had a board meeting today to discuss exactly what we would do. with our members inside of the Emerald Union to see if Olin had any other sympathizers. What evidence do you have that Olin did have a further contact other than his own word?
Well, you seem to have some concern as well if you're concerned that there might be another attack here.
Well, I mean, it's more so of a policy and better safe than sorry situation than we actually have proof of it.
Olin
Yeah,
just
so
didn't strike
we're
me as
investigating it.
yeah, Olin just didn't strike me as the leader, the brains of the operation. He didn't seem like he was capable of setting off this attack completely on his own. He definitely had help.
Well, yes, with the mayor. And the mayor had multiple resources at his disposal, I'm assuming.
A town that's not really well funded, like Stagham. I mean, your outreach went out to Stagham, or your outreach went out to Lake Peak. I mean, they clearly don't have enough resources to come up with a bomb that was magically and mechanically pretty advanced from the one glance that I got at it.
Well,
Before it killed everyone that was there except for us.
the Emerald Union does not... And there is a chapter in Lake Peak, but, I mean, the entire Midsummer Fest was... the entire Midsun Festival was people bringing stuff from all over. So he simply... I mean, Olin does not live in Lake Peak. He came from Stagham. He could have brought the device from here.
So
Yeah.
the device was planted right next to where the Emerald Union members were setting up.
Yes.
So do you think this was an attack specifically on the Emerald Union?
Well, from what I assumed you had already gathered, or assumed yourself, is that the attack was looked to frame Fiona. Therefore, attacking the Emerald Union booth would put any suspicion outside of the Emerald Union.
Yes, this is something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Checking to see. Yes.
I do not think Olin had any issues with the Emerald Union himself. I think he is just a clever man.
How high ranking was he?
Why do you ask?
Well, I'm curious because if he's a lowly nobody, then how would he have the resources? If he was a high up somebody, that means that somebody else is involved.
He had
Wow.
no other members of the Emerald Union underneath him. However, he was not a recruit. He was more of a, if you were to use a military titling, I suppose he would be a sergeant or captain.
Well, it's interesting then that he had the contacts, or the fact that he had the power to do it by himself seems insane based on the device itself. It also seems like...
Well, just because he was a low-level member of the Emerald Union does not mean he was a low magic user.
Well, I mean, could you have come up with a bomb like that when you were his age?
Of course.
Because that seems pretty advanced.
Well, yes, I'm very good at magic.
Was he?
Yes.
But he was just like a low-ranking member of the Emerald Union.
Well, we don't base our rank of membership on capabilities. Based it on seniority.
Oh, so how long
Time
did you
within
think
the
he-
organization. He was only a member of the Emerald Union for a year or so.
And he already wanted to frame it and bomb it for reasons?
He didn't frame the Emerald Union.
I'm sorry, whatever. He wanted to kill its own members and decide to take on the ISS.
I mean, if he had the capabilities to make this device, it would make sense to me that his entire reasoning of joining the Emerald Union was to eventually blame the ISS for an attack on them.
But then why, when captured, did he blame you?
That is a
He-
wonderful
well,
question.
Hold on. Wait. We're getting. So, when we first spoke with Olin, he did allude to there being a senior member of the Emerald Union having helped him in some way, and that was even before any accusations were made against him, which is part of the reason why we are here. We're not necessarily sure who that would have been within the Union, if that would have been you or anyone else, but that is what initially led us to this point. If you have anyone that you know or any other evidence that you said that there doesn't appear to be any other sympathizers within the organization as of yet, but
Correct. Yes, that is what I would say. So it seems to me, and I just want to recap here, that you found the device, the schematics for the device. You found that there was some evidence linking Fiona to the device, but that ended up being incorrect. Mayor Abbott, under the guise of a truthful spell, admitted to his collaboration with Olin Graver, and they mentioned me as a successor and other culprits, but they mentioned no one else. Am I correct?
nobody.
Nobody by name, exactly.
How do you know all this? Who told you this?
Fyodor stands, and he says, "Good. That's all I needed to know. I just wanted to make sure that when I reported back to the authorities of Lake Peak that they didn't actually have any evidence against me. So thank you for letting me know, and, well, good luck." And he walks away, and I need all of you to roll initiative.
Can I tell, is he about to cast a spell?
He is not about to cast a spell.
He's about to let his fucking helmed horrors do the fucking work for him.
I'm going to use a lucky. I rolled a 1.
This is going to be Theater of the Mind, and hopefully we can wrap this up relatively quickly, Atticus, but if not, then we will
I
figure out
have
what we need to do.
an hour.
Okay, alright.
So
Also, I'm glad that you said something, Atticus, because I don't know if you saw my face, but there were about 3 different things that didn't line up in that moment.
Yep.
And then you said it, I was like, oh, okay, someone charismatic.
he
said
knew
something.
he knew way too much that we didn't tell him.
That's absolutely
Oh, yeah,
true.
so I mean, like, because we hadn't taken Olin in.
No, yeah,
we also
yeah.
we also didn't tell him it was the truth spell. That's the thing that I
Right.
knew.
Well,
Yep,
It was like,
that's what flagged me
Olin
off. Yeah.
could have gotten in contact with.
No, we tied up Olin and they took him to
Yeah.
a magic
But he-
jail cell.
Yeah,
He
they
also
they
said-
they
Oh,
took
right.
they took him to the anti-magic jail cell. Yeah, there was
That's-
a
We,
couple
like,
moments in that
gagged
there was a
him,
couple moments in that conversation where I alluded to stuff that would have let you know that
I forgot
that
we
he was
actually-
lying to you. Yeah.
I'm glad that I wasn't crazy in thinking that you said something.
This
and then
entire
immediately
conversation
changed
was
it.
him just trying to make sure you had no physical evidence against him, so that he
Yeah,
could,
of course.
so that he could.
Of course,
turn.
he's not an idiot, but he's not a vampire, so we're fine.
What'd you say?
We don't have any physical evidence because Olin just said that he.
The only
said he
evidence
was
you
struggling
do
or whatever.
have is that under the truth spell, they said Pildor helped them. That's the only evidence you do have. But
Pretty
Can
significant.
I ask a
which is
technical
significant. It is significant.
Which is something.
What'd you say,
That
Ava?
means-
Can I ask a technical question?
Yes.
With my ability that I don't remember what it's called that allows me to like have that photographic memory,
Keen mind.
keen mind, would that allow me to like minor illusion like an actual situation that happened as like
No.
I like record like I know that this happened?
No.
No.
Minor illusion does not have the
Even under
capabilities.
like a truth spell?
Minor illusion does not have the
I could do it
capabilities
under
of
a
doing
truth
something.
spell though.
I mean, you could
Okay, I
say
could just
stuff
tell
that
it
happened.
under, like,
Yeah,
But
but
also, I mean, like,
Cool.
you know you have keen mind. Does anybody else know that you have keen? Like in a court of law, like
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
No,
you
I'm
could
sure
still
I
be
could-
making it up.
yeah.
We're still on a few good men with the.
Yeah.
code red.
All right, so Rev, you said you got a 1, buddy. Is that what you said?
sorry, what?
You got a 1 with your lucky?
I rolled a 1 and took a lucky, so I have a 14.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. And then what you got, Abra?
A 20.
20, and then we got Matty Boy.
Got a 13.
Uh,
Messaged us on Discord to say that because she had to run for a pee break.
okay, cool.
I got an 8.
22.
Which one of you has the higher dex? Probably Pharaoh, right?
Wait, I have a 14 dex.
What do you got?
My
Did,
dex?
didn't you both? Sorry, didn't you both just say you
No,
got
I
8?
rolled a 22. Not a
Oh,
18.
I thought I heard 2, and I thought you said 8
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Okay, so Atticus got a 22, Pharaoh got an 8. Kelvin got a 13, and then Elber.
17.
17. Not bad rolls, guys.
Well,
And I will roll for the Shield Guardian and what's his bitch? Pildor.
What's his bitch?
That's how I feel about him.
Hey, listen, I'm the DM. I created this character. I think he's a fucking asshole.
I'm
the-
so
are the-
glad though that I got to splash.
It was. I
holy
honestly
water
like
into his
felt
face.
bad like being mean to you guys. Like no joke.
yeah, I
Um,
hate Pildor, and now I hate you.
And now by proxy.
Is
He's
Rodrigo and the
one of
guards
my
in this
favorite
room with us?
characters So far.
Hold on,
Oh
just
yeah.
a second.
We have.
They're in the
witnesses.
foyer.
Can they hear? Could they hear everything?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Not if we all get murked.
Yeah, not if you all get murdered though.
Yeah, if there's no witnesses.
Nah, he's a low level magic person. He just said.
Okay, so he also got a 17. Elburn, what's your dex? Oh, your dex is higher than his for sure. And then the Shield Guardian. Zip. One of them gets okay.
Oh, that's right. I've got extra attack now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of Pildor.
Okay, so because you weren't expecting the attack from them, the Shield Guardians will have a one surprise round on y'all, and then we
I
will start.
do not get surprised.
Okay,
by
cool.
The alert feat.
Cool.
That's just Eric, not even Atticus.
Heads
He
up,
just
yeah.
he does.
Just me.
doesn't
I never get
surprised.
surprised. Can't
I'm
surprise.
surprised as hell.
So they won't attack you then. So the Shield Guardian that is in the doorway with you all. Oh wait, let me get some. First of all,
For the
stop
viewers at
this.
home, or otherwise known as Burton, let's get your bets in now on how many times Rev gets knocked unconscious.
Amazing.
I bet
Um,
5 bottle cap things that I'm collecting in case
Oh
in-person
no,
DM having
I didn't
happen.
add the right.
Those things work so well.
I know. Ever since I saw
Okay,
the critical, I was like, "That's genius."
So for the sake of time, I forgot to add another playlist, so we're just gonna have to jungle fighting music again.
Emily,
Sorry.
there were 2 distinct reactions.
Uh,
you just had.
So the first Shield Guardian who is in the doorway, is going to he reaches up and takes his fist. Actually, what's he gonna do? Let me see.
and go right up the end.
Yeah, he's just gonna take his fist, and he is going to take 2 attacks, both on Avra.
Because I'm not surprised, do I get to go or no?
See, that's weird because
They have a reaction. They like. 'Cause
no, they get a surprise round on everybody, but Atticus can't be
My-
surprised.
mine
But they
just says
still,
you can't be surprised
but they
or
still
you
surprise everyone else, though. Is the thing that I'm confused about.
I always took that as like the person who's not surprised. They can't do anything.
Yeah, they
can
can't
just take
do
a
anything to
reaction.
Atticus, but they can do some. I mean, they still surprised everybody else. So I feel like they can attack everybody else. I don't know. Let me. Hold on.
That makes sense to me.
My way,
Yeah.
my reading of it is that I would
So-
get to go because I'm alert enough to like react when they.
Well, if your initiative is higher than this, which it is not.
Well,
I would guess that like
Oh.
if they were attacking
wouldn't it be
him,
one
they
whole
wouldn't get
round of
advantage.
so
combat?
yeah, so this is at least in like former versions of D&D.
There was a surprise round.
There's a surprise round.
Exactly, and that's what they're doing currently.
Right. So I would say Eric gets to also go during this.
Right.
Is
During
my-
the surprise
my
round.
Personal DM like version of.
So it would be
But he's
them,
not
and then
surprising.
Eric, and then
And then them
And then a
again.
whole, and then a new
And then
round.
them again because they're
Yeah.
at the very top.
that makes sense.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, that's what we'll do. So still, the first Shield Guard will take 2
Right.
attacks on Avra.
And
Almost
she's
as if Pildor told him to go after her first. So the first one is
This
a.
guy, man. What does he have against me?
The first one is
Well, he knows
a
wizards.
He's your dad.
20
Do you know who your dad is, Ava?
23,
No, I don't.
which
Yeah,
I'm
that's
assuming
gonna hit
hits. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you take. 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Neat.
They will then attack you one more time.
How close are they?
This guy is within 30 feet of all of you.
Man, I should have rolled a new character.
He does another 23 against you, and does a total of 6 plus 4, another 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Can I ask one clarifying question?
Yes.
I can't react during a surprise round.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
He could. Atticus could if he wanted to. The other shield guardian outside in the foyer will attack one of the guards twice.
Oh, those poor guys.
No,
They
they're
didn't fucking
fucked.
sign up for this.
He hits both of them.
We told them not to come with us.
These shield guardians are gonna ruin our goddamn day.
Better not attack Rigo.
12 plus 8 is 20 points.
He's gonna
He
attack
he decimates one of the guards immediately, like straight up kills him.
Great.
And it is now Atticus's turn.
Do I? Because you said that it seemed like he told them to attack Abra first. Do I know that, or were you just saying?
Make a free insight check.
16.
Yeah, you think that he's targeting magic users first.
In that case, I will cast Shield of Faith on Avra. Your AC gets +2. It's a bonus action, and then I will just attack the closest shield guardian to me.
Yep, just the guy who's attacking Avra.
Yeah. Is there any way that I can get into a flanking position?
Yeah, for sure. You guys are surrounding him.
First attack would be 24.
Hits.
And the second attack would be 26.
Hits.
17 and a 19. And then would I be able to do Divine Smite because I cast that other spell in there?
I have retracted my original feelings on this. Yes, you can.
Oh my god, I'm going to love this spell anymore.
Because it's technically
I
not.
would
You're technically not using a spell.
do a second level Divine Smite.
I will say, even though I have taken back my position on this, it has just further solidified into me that paladins are OP.
Are they undead?
They are not.
So then the second level.
They're gonna be dead.
2 extra d8s. So that would be
Elbrin did that in real life.
12,
That's how we attack.
15, 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage.
Going
Nice.
for the first attack, and the
Nice.
second attack is
Nice.
regular 13 points of damage. I'm sorry.
13. Nice. Okay, so that is. Boom. Yeah, you take out your. You're using the longsword, right? That the glistening sun. Yeah, you take it out, slice. You cause two big gashes down him. He doesn't make any note of it pain wise. And he's definitely a beefy boy, but you for sure caused him some damage. So we are now at the back of the top of the turn order. The shield guardian that you just attacked, Eric, you notice that magically one of the gashes starts to close as he heals 10 hit points. And he will then turn and attack Avra twice.
Good question.
Yes.
Because I might have missed it. Did Pildor disappear, or is he still in the room?
He is next to the shield guard that you guys are attacking and walking away.
So, I also have a question with that. I don't know if you can answer this. Did he technically cast a spell to...
No, he's not cast a spell. He's
Great,
cast no spells.
even when he directed to attack.
Nope, no spells have been
Great.
cast.
Great.
Abra, the first one is a 24. The second one is an 8.
Okay, first one hits, second one does not.
Actually, the second one is a 11.
Still does not hit.
Okay. It's a +7 to hit. The first one is a 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And he missed on the second one.
Thank God.
The other bitch, the other shield guardian will go and wrap his arms around Peeldor and start walking further into the mansion. He will use his bonus action. He will use his movement and his action to get there, using only his bonus action to pick him up. So he has moved further than. I mean, none of you can see him right now, just because you're in the study.
Which direction we went though?
Yeah, just further deep into the mansion. So to the right, I guess you could say. And that is the end of his turn. It is now Atticus' turn.
I will swing at that one again. That is.
Swing away. What's his name?
Meryl.
Meryl. Thank you.
I rolled 2 and a 3, so 10 to hit.
10 to hit is not going to hit.
It is a suit of
I
armor.
rolled, oh my god! I rolled a 2 and a 3, then I rolled a 4 and a 5.
Oh no.
So that'd be 12.
Nope, not gonna hit it. So you do make contact on both hits, but once again, these are just some beefy boys, so you're not able to cause any damage.
Can I check in with Gustav to see if there's anything like happening outside?
For sure, yeah. Well, do you want to say that? Where do you think you left him? I'll let you.
I just told him to circle the building. So
Oh, so he's just continually circling the
Yeah,
building.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, he has not noticed anything. Even the guard up front hasn't seemed to notice anything, and the guards out by the gates haven't seemed to notice any like commotion or anything.
I'll just tell him to keep on circling.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
All right, Abra.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to cast Mirror Image.
Okay.
So there are now 4 of me, so 3 of them are illusions. They all have an AC of 14.
Okay.
If they get hit, they aren't destroyed or affected by anything unless they get hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know how mirror image works.
Yeah. So they have to get
I know how it works. Yeah.
a 6 or higher. Okay. To hit a duplicate.
Yep.
Okay. That's all I can do on my turn. But
No
there are
bonus
4.
action or movement or anything.
I would get an attack of opportunity on me if I moved away right now, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna just stay where I am, but yeah.
Alrighty. It is now Elburn's turn.
First thing I do is yell, tell Francile to send help. And then I charge after the shield guardian that has Peeldor. Can I
Okay.
make it to them?
No. Well, you can if you spend your action to dash. Yes. I will do that. All right, you will get an attack of opportunity by the shield guard that you run past through the doorway. He gets a 16 to hit you,
Yeah. This is
and
15 for
and
my AC.
he does 13 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
I will never be harmed again. Why can't I edit my thing? I'm trying to edit my damage, but it's not letting me.
I don't know. Maybe do it somewhere else.
What the fuck? Yeah, I'm just gonna write it down. You said 13?
13 points of damage. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you have now reached the construct. He used his movement and action to dash, and so you did the same. So you have a bonus action if you want to use that.
I have nothing that I can use because no one. Nope, I can't do that either. Wait. If I tried a grappling strike, I would have to grappling strike the one that hit me, right?
I'll tell you that you would know not to try that because he is a size larger than you, so you can't grapple him.
Great. Then yeah, I've got.
You can. I will just remind you as a DM, just in case you have forgotten. You can technically use your action surge right now if you want to.
Yeah, I know.
I just want to remind you. I just want to remind you. You don't have to do it at all.
No, I know. I've been thinking about that. So I can't do any extra attack until I actually attack, right?
Yeah. What do you mean? Can't do any extra? Oh yeah.
So
Extra attack is on
was
the
gonna say,
attack action.
I already have to. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep.
Then yeah, I am there. I'm in there like swimwear, gonna get this motherfucker.
Okay.
And that's what I'll do.
All right. Wonderful. It is now Pildor's turn. He is going to look at you, Elburn. He's going to smile. And he is going to point towards you, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Great. That's what I kind of wanted him to do. 13.
That does not succeed.
Fuck.
His spell DC is 18. He cast Dominate Person on you. While the target is charmed, you have a telepathic link with it, as long as the two of you are on the same plane of existence. You can use this telepathic link to issue commands to the creature while you are conscious, no action required. You can specify a simple and or like attack that creature. You can use your action, blah, 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 during this time. Each time the target takes damage, it makes a new wisdom saving throw against the spell. But other than that, you do not make a wisdom saving throw against it. So you look at him and he points to you and his eyes just kind of flash green quickly. And he says, "You could be of some use." And you immediately feel very charmed by this man. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You have advantage on the saving throw. You're an elf, buddy.
And
Forget these things because
we're already and hostile to him too, isn't it?
Nope, doesn't say that. Oh yeah, sorry, you're right. Yeah, it does. It does say that. So yeah, you have advantage anyway. So roll above an 18.
Oh man, I'm fucked. No.
All right, I tried to give it to you. Yeah,
No, I
you,
appreciate
you,
that.
and he says, and you feel very charmed by him in this moment, and feel like you would do anything to help him accomplish his task.
I was gonna use Mage Slayer attack to get a hit on him too, because I was within 5 feet and he cast a spell.
They're too far away from me for me to have seen that, right?
For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
He's around the wall. You're
I
still in the
appreciate the
study.
attempt at a counter spell. I'm assuming.
Pildor will then jump down from the construct, open the door that was not seen. It is a secret door on the bottom landing. Like, you know how the two staircases go up? That place that's in the middle, there's a door back there. And he goes in that door, and it closes, and you do not see him anymore. Rev, it's now your turn, buddy.
Yeah. Well, that all happened, but Rev was planning on doing this anyway. He bonus action dashes down the hallway.
Okay.
Where Pildor had went.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees as he goes down that hallway.
He sees Elburn currently sitting there facing you, and a shield guardian with his back to you, looking at a wall currently.
No Pildor though, because the wall is.
No Pildor.
I have seen these things take damage and then recover. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I will use Chill Touch against the Shield Guardian.
Okay. Yeah. Great. So you walk up to the shield guardian. Elburn, the command that Pildor gave you was, do not let anyone pass this door. Other than the construct.
Cool.
So
trying to go past the door then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he's not trying to go past the door, so you don't have to attack him, is what I'm saying. Rev goes up to the construct, does chilled touch, and
I roll
is
a
that
21.
21 hits?
And then it takes, or at least the damage output that I do is 8 points of necrotic damage.
It takes the full amount.
And it's sorry.
You're good. You're good.
It cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Okay, great.
So an ethereal, like, chilling hand is holding on to it. I also, let's say, because it's a range of 120 feet, I'm not moving, like, right next to this thing. Maybe, like, 15 feet away.
Dope. Okay, great. So that's what, is that your full turn?
Yep, that was my bonus action, and movement.
All right, awesome. Kelsey.
I do call out to...
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I guess I do call out to Evan and like, where's Pildor? That's
You can
He's
answer.
not over here.
You
Go
can
the other way.
you can, and just to let you know, so they in case stuff like this happens where you role play, you argue, you have all of the capacities of you, you just feel like Pildor's a charming guy, and you should really not let anyone pass this door whatsoever.
Dude, no one's getting past this
So
door.
like when he says that, you could technically tell him if you wanted to where he is.
I say he went out the front. I yell back. I go, he went out the front.
Oh, he doesn't want to fight you. It's smart. Okay, so Kelpie, it's your turn. Sorry, I'm loving this stretch, man.
It's hard being this cruel to us as a person.
I'm also going to run out and see if I can catch up with Pildor.
You will get a attack of opportunity on you. Oh wait, Rev, you
Sorry.
should have gotten one as well, shouldn't you?
No.
Oh wait, no. I forgot how to DM. I forgot how to DM. He's already had his reaction. None of you get attack of opportunities. So Kelpie,
Cool.
you run out there.
And I assume that is the secret door still visible, or is it was a secret door that like
Just
appeared
a
and
wall.
disappeared?
Looks like
It
a
just
wall.
looks like
to
a
you.
wall. Okay. I had such a good plan. And I didn't go before Pildor, and now I don't know what to do. Alright, I'm just gonna attack the construct that's outside then.
The one that Rev just attacked.
Actually, no. Because I'm now behind the other one and he attacked Avra, I'm going to ice knife the one that was in the doorway that attacked Avra.
If you do, the explosion will get everybody within 5 feet, which is definitely Avra at the very least, and Atticus. So, just want to remind you about that with Ice Knife.
Yep.
And Avra is not looking good.
Okay.
There's now purple from the blood coming from her head. It's very upsetting.
Actually, okay. Can I retcon a little bit because I forgot
Of
that
course.
Avra got punched a lot.
Yeah.
And so if Avra's not looking good, I would like to, instead of move outside, move like as close basically as I could get to, the construct like between everyone, and I'd like to
Okay.
cast Tidal Wave to send a giant wave of water at the construct to push him back.
If
and
you do
then-
that, you will also hit the 2 guards and Drigo, just so you know.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah, just want to let you know.
She's not thinking about that.
Guess we
She
got
just
a
wants to get
tragic
this
love
away,
story now.
away
Uh-oh.
from her. So yeah. So there's now a.
So what, can you tell me what the spell does?
So I made a 30. Well, as long as the room is basically
Yeah.
as wide as a doorway, and as high as a doorway, giant wall of water, and each creature that's in the area must make a dex save.
Okay, so I will roll for the shield guardian and 3 guards. 2 of the guards succeed. The shield guardian and 1 of the guards fail. Drigo. Drigo fails.
Immediately. Uh-oh.
Okay, so anyone that failed takes 20 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone.
Okay, Drigo is unconscious. And one of the guards is killed outright. One of them is knocked unconscious. The shield guardian takes the damage. If he's a large creature, is he still pushed back? Does it say anything size-wise?
It doesn't say anything. It just says if they fail it, they take all of it and is knocked prone.
Oh, is knocked prone. Gotcha.
Yes, that was the last thing. Is if they failed, they're also knocked prone.
Okay, so Drigo's unconscious. One of the guards is killed outright, and one of the guards is unconscious as well.
Oops.
But the guardian also took the full damage and is currently knocked prone.
Cool. Then I would like to use my bonus action to use a spell slot to wild shape.
I don't think you need to use
sorry.
I don't think you need to use a bonus spell slot to wild shape. Just a spell slot to heal yourself within wild shape.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I clicked on it and D&D Beyond.
You
locked
good,
me
bro?
out. It locked me out. It said I rolled a 1 on my authentication. Gotta bring up Kelpie's sheet again. Okay, so then I don't use a spell slot. I just use my bonus action to wild shape, and
What you turning into?
I am going to be on top of the construct and just like standing over him, and then wild shape into a giant hyena.
Okay, perfect. So you see Kelpie very afraid for Avra in this moment, and she steps forward and with a few tears streaming down her eyes, seeing Avra be in such danger, she just shouts as loud as she can, and this wave of water appears beneath the floorboards of the floor and just rushes over the shield guardian, Drigo, and the other 2 guards, knocking everybody prone, except for one of the guards, but he was knocked unconscious, so he went prone anyway.
Sorry, guys. I'm not looking at you.
And wonderful. So is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Pharaoh, you're up, buddy.
It's healing time. Do I see Drigo from inside the study where I am?
You do, yes.
All right, that's good. I kind of glance at Kelpie, who's now hyena, and I walk out into the hallway, and I am going to cast Healing Word on Drigo
All right.
as a bonus action.
I preemptively rolled his death saving throw, and he failed it, so good job.
All right, he has 6 HP now.
Okay, wonderful.
Hey, babe.
Oh! What is? Oh my goodness! I should have stayed outside.
Yeah, oh god, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
And then I'm going to use my action to cast Bless.
You cannot do that. Even though it is a bonus action, it is still a level 1 spell, Healing Word, so you cannot cast leveled spells more than twice.
I feel like
Alright.
we've been inconsistent with that.
We might have been, but that is what the rule should be. So
But
that's the
with your ruling, because I think that's definitely rules as written.
that's rules as written. I might have let people do bonus action spells in the past, but technically leveled spells you can only do 1 per turn.
All right. So I am going to cast Sacred Flame
Okay.
on the one that's just fell down with the Tidal Flame.
The Shield Guardian, I'm assuming, not one of the guards.
Yes, I'm not, yeah.
He will automatically fail his death saving throw as he is prone.
Right. Takes 11 radiant damage.
Nice. Yeah, you guys are definitely doing some damage to this guy. 11. Okay, cool. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna end my turn like in the hallway so I can see where like Elburn and Abra and everyone is.
Awesome. Yeah. Drigo is going to spend his turn casting Cure Wounds on himself, giving himself so 9 points of healing. Not bad, Drigo. And is going to spend his movement just like getting back up against the door of this place, but not going outside, just getting out of reach of the shit that's going down. Back up to the top of the turn order, it's the Shield Guardian's turn. The one that Rev hit is not going to heal, but the other one who's been hit by the tidal wave and stuff is going to heal 10 hit points. He is also then going to spend half of his movement standing up, and is then going to take
Can I
2.
contest that if I'm on top of him?
He is a large creature. I will say, yeah, go
So
ahead
am I.
and yeah, roll an athletics check.
About to say no, you're not. Then I'm like, oh yeah, you wild shape.
I
Damn
like
it.
to think that you
You did technically have enough movement to get on top of him. I was more so letting that be a flavor thing, but you technically could have done that.
I was gonna say, I was like, oh, she was
I
still
only
in
got
there. I was
a
like, I'm pretty
8,
sure shield
so-
guards are like 18 feet tall or something.
Yeah, I mean they're really big. He got a 17 strength check.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't like knock you prone or anything, but you just like kind of slide off. It's like claw marks like going down. He stands up and he is going to take 2 attacks on Abra. The first one is a 19. The second one is a 13. I can't. You gotta. You gotta.
The 19 hits, but I gotta roll to see if it hits me or one of my.
Ooh.
You do still have that +2 to your
Duplicate.
AC.
And you do have a +2 to your AC with Shield of
Yeah.
Faith.
I believe the shield
I
is
have
there.
to roll.
What's your total AC with the Shield of Faith? Total.
total right now?
With the Shield of Faith.
16.
Really? How do you have
Yeah,
such a
I'm
high
usually
AC?
14.
You're usually at a 14?
Yeah.
Something like that.
What? What's your dex score?
Oh, she's a yeah. What's your Dex modifier?
+4.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, you're really dexterous. Okay.
I just like rolled pretty well, and yeah, I rolled this character pretty well. Honestly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then that
Except
makes sense.
Wisdom, not wise.
Okay, so what happens
I
on the
rolled-
duplicate?
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
So,
So he destroys the duplicate.
it does not hit me.
So yeah.
Just
So
my
one of the
duplicate.
duplicates is destroyed, but you still got 2 up. So that'll be that Shield Guardian's turn. The other one is going to press on the secret wall. Rev and Kelpie, you see a wall open up. The Shield Guardian goes inside of it. You both get attacks of... Well, no, not Kelpie. Kelpie didn't go over there. Rev, you get an attack of opportunity on it, if you want it.
He's too far away from me to.
Oh yeah, you stayed 15 feet back. Yeah. So the he goes through. He like ducks. He like ducks under this doorway, goes inside, and the wall slides shut. And Elburn is just standing right there in front of the doorway. Rev, go ahead and make a perception check for me as the only person looking in that doorway. Yeah.
Let me.
Can I at least see?
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
You currently see the fact that it is a very small room. You see Peeldor standing in the middle of a circle of arcanic runes, not ruins, runes that look very similar to a teleportation circle. And as the door closes, that's what you see.
Did I see what he pressed to open the door?
He just pressed in on the wall.
Okay.
I want to remind myself something about TP circle. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Oh, but he's gonna. Yeah, that's what I. Okay, cool. So that is the end of the Shield Guardian's turns. It is now Atticus's turn.
That one is still there in that room with the 4 Avras and I.
Yes, sir.
I will attack that one and get into a flanking position again. Roll 2 3s, so it's a 10. Jesus. Okay, 25 hit.
25 hits for sure.
How's he looking? Or can't really tell. Or
2/3,
okay.
maybe 3/4, maybe 3/4.
I'm gonna.
These are beefy boys.
Right. Yeah. I'll just do another attack.
There's a reason I moved 1 away from the battle.
It'd be 9 points damage.
9 hits, yeah, or 9.
9 points
yeah,
damage.
yeah. I meant to say 9 damage.
Yeah, I'll stay there because it's just me, Avra, the Shield Guardian, and then everybody else.
And then Pharaoh's just standing right outside. Rev's
Yeah.
a little bit further outside. Kelpie's right there next to you.
Yeah, I'll stay there.
Don't you have extra attack as a paladin?
I missed the first.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry, I didn't catch that. So that is the end of Atticus's turn. Abra.
Okay, I am going to do a magic missile at the guy who's right in front of us. Oh, it's the first time I've gotten to do it. A magic missile.
Magic missile, yes.
Yeah.
So those all automatically hit. I'm gonna get them all at this guy. That's gonna be a total of 11 points of damage.
All right.
And then I am going to run out. Oh fuck. I'm gonna get an attack of opportunity if I run, right?
Yeah, and he has had his turn, so he has a reaction again.
He might hit one of my duplicates, but
Yeah, he might.
not.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna fucking try. I'm gonna try to run out of the room.
All right. He gets an attack of opportunity on you and gets a 20 to hit.
Okay, so then
Does the number of dice change depending on how many duplicates have been? Like, I think the number. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
so I have to get. Well, let me double check.
It's like higher than a 6 now, right?
It was higher than a 6. Now it's higher than an 8, and I got a 14.
Okay, so cool. So he destroys another one. You have one more duplicate left.
Whew, okay, and I'm gonna get as close to. I'm just gonna run toward Rev, I guess.
Yeah, you can get to Rev because Rev stayed
I
back.
don't really know what else is going on.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look at Rev and say, "What's going on?" Me and my one duplicate are going to instinct go, "What's going on?"
Elburn, it is your turn. You hear in your head, do me a favor, will you kill your friends?
Yeah. And who's the closest one to me?
Rev.
I pull out my sword.
Mm-hmm.
No, I pull out my longbow because he's right there.
Okay.
And it's the most deadly thing I have right now. And I take a shot try to incapacitate his fucking knee.
No, he asked you to kill him.
Oh, I was gonna incapacitate him so he couldn't get away from me. So
Okay, well, I guess you could, but yeah, I'm just saying, you need to try to kill him.
Oh, I'm going to try to kill him. I'm not going to go against.
Well, roll an attack.
I mean, I guarantee there's no way I miss. That's an 18.
I don't know.
how
Rev's a sneaky
close
boy.
you are?
I know he's a sneaky boy.
You specifically said you stayed 15 feet back, so he's 15 feet away from you.
Okay, I didn't know if he was right up against the door.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I mean that hits.
So roll damage for the longbow.
Oh shit, I forgot to grab that. Oh god, I'm sorry. This sucks.
You mean you didn't prepare for this?
Oh, Elburn's gonna have some words with Peeldor by peeling his skin off, so it's fine. Oh, thank god.
No,
It's only 6
no.
damage.
All right, well, roll your second bow attack at him, though.
My second what?
Your second
Oh,
bow
yeah.
attack, because you have extra attack
Yep.
now.
You're right. Just damage, right?
No, you rolled to hit a second time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. 10?
No, that misses. All right, so I can say with confidence, Rev, you know something's up with Elber.
We do too, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
um,
It
I
could be
mean,
something
I
he
don't
says.
know. This isn't like generally out of character.
I guess
for-
you're right. He's a pretty combative person.
I'm also going to take my movement after that
Yeah.
and rush over to Rev,
Okay.
drawing my long sword.
Wonderful. Go ahead and use your axe and surge and attack Rev 2 more times for me.
You're right.
Because you're
I
trying
didn't
to
want
kill him.
mention it.
You're trying to kill him.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
You can even you can say as Elburn, I don't want to do you can talk as yourself, but you gotta
Oh,
do
great.
it though. You can let them
Great.
know I'm under a spell. You can say that.
I scream very loudly as I'm drawing my sword and running towards you. I'm under a spell. Help.
Just
Rev's like,
and
help
I-
you.
I get 14 on the
Miss.
Hey, second one.
Dodge.
16.
That hits.
Oh man. See, I actually was hoping by going all out against Rev as the rogue that he wouldn't get too hurt.
I'm so sad that I used my action surge.
That dodge. That
But
missed.
so yeah, that's for sure. I for sure used that two-handed. So that's a 10.
Oh, and you're multi-class, which means you don't have uncanny dodge right now.
I just got.
Oh, 11.
What was the bonus action ones? So,
Oh yeah.
disengage from-
Yeah. 11 points of damage to you, Rev.
Yep. Fucking dick. Oh.
I'm also going to use my grappling strike immediately after you hit a creature with a melee attack on your turn. You can spend fucking superiority die.
All right, opposing athletics checks.
Mhm. God, -1's really gonna help me here.
I thought you rolled a -1.
Lol, what? I mean, it's a 19.
Yeah. No, so of course.
Yeah. For
All right,
sure,
so
for
you
sure.
are currently you get shot with an arrow, dodge the second arrow, dodge a sword hit, sliced with another sword hit, and then get grappled by your friend Elburn as he is screaming, "I am under a spell, help me."
So now I'm gonna miss this TPK.
That is the end of Elburn's turn. For flavor, I will say those of you out in the hallway see a flash of arcane light past the room that Pildor is in.
Is there a range of effect where now Charm Person has gone away?
There is on Charm Person, but not on Dominate Person. As long as
Oh.
you are on the same plane of existence.
I looked it
you
up
are-
because I was looking for a loophole. There is none.
Yeah, with
Does
I
he
mean
not
it,
go to
it is.
a-
However, it is a 5th level spell, so I mean it's a beefy
Does he-
spell.
But does he not go to a different plane when he teleports, though?
Nope. He
Damn.
he teleports to the he
Nice,
teleports somewhere in the same plane of existence.
Well, I mean, during teleportation, do you not disappear to the teleportation plane?
No, nice try, nice try. That is not what
It's like a
happens.
subway station where everybody teleports from.
tried.
You go to a purgatory. That is the end of that turn. As soon as that happens, the shield guardian in front of you stops moving.
Yay.
And Elburn, you no longer feel an attempt to hurt your friends.
Great.
Do I have to make a wisdom saving throw?
We will get to that after this break.
Yeah.
We need to we need to go to break, and unfortunately we need to lose our friend Atticus.
Oh no, we're
Which one
losing
of us?
friends.
We're losing him.
And Atticus dies.
It's
Fieldor
He's
shows
dead.
up, just snaps his
Just
neck.
dead.
I didn't want this to happen, but he chose to leave in the middle of a session, so his character
So he's
dies.
dead.
Peeldor kills
What
Eric.
happens?
Fieldor, you see him just like
Eric.
materialize in the doorway. Like, pulls off. It's Sarah, but pulls off a mask, and it's actually Fieldor.
So we are losing Atticus in this intermission, but we will continue the session after the intermission. I will
I'll
be
be watching while I drive.
I'll be playing Atticus. I won't be doing any. I'll try not to do any role playing for him. It'll mainly just be for combat scenarios. But we will be right back after these brief messages. And
Messages from our sponsors.
we'll see you guys here in a minute. We'll be right back. Bye.
Alright.
Hello, we're back. Just gonna do a little bit of live editing with these scenes real quick. No big deal. Just something I need to do super quick. Cause you know I'm learning how to do all of this. Thanks, buddy. Okay, there we go. There we go. I couldn't do it because the studio mode wasn't showing it exactly what it looked like. Oh wait, what's happening? Oh, I did that one wrong. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I know you wanted it. I know you were like, is he gonna cast a spell on me? And then he did, but he was successful about it. Okay, there's that. I was telling Emily during the break, I was like, you all were so close to a TPK. Like, thank God Rev spoke up. Like, thank God Rev was like, hey guys, wait, hold on. He's gonna kill us. I don't know what that means. Honestly, though. Still one of the best stories ever. So unprofessional. Eric, I really think that you should just leave. We miss you. Come back. All right. So you all find yourselves in Peeldor's mansion. Oh, really? Oh, yep. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so yeah, you found yourself in Peeldor's mansion, and you all, the combat has seemed to subside, and it the stone guardians are stationary. At this point, you hear the running of some guardsmen as the front doors burst open, and you hear the guards all come in. They see two of their guardsmen dead. They see another one unconscious currently. They see water everywhere. And they immediately all get out their swords. The one who was talking to you all the most and seemed to be like kind of leading this little squad is the one that's unconscious. The rest of them say, "What's going on here? What happened?"
We were attacked by Peeldor. He killed some of the guards. He ran away.
The butler turns to the guards and says, "That's not true. These hoodlums they attacked Peeldor unwarranted. They hurt. They killed your guardsmen."
What?
Punch the butler as hard as I fucking can.
Oh no.
That'll help the
Can I
visuals.
just stop him?
I absolutely go.
I won't even make you roll an attack roll. You knock. He has 4 hit points. I'm gonna say.
Yep.
So you knock the butler unconscious. The rest of the
Nice to see.
guards
You might
immediately.
outright kill him if
The rest of their guards immediately have their swords drawn, and shout, "Put your weapons down immediately!"
I
We'll have one
would
weapon.
have ignored this entire situation and tried to open the teleportation.
Yeah, I mean, I was right there with Rev, and I would have gone as well.
Okay, so you two try to open the teleportation circle. You push on the wall. It does open up, and you currently see a shield guardian there. Pretty successfully has been destroying the rune circle on the ground by slamming his fists on the ground over and over again. And so that you just currently see a shield guardian slamming his fists on the ground, destroying the arcanic ruins around this circle.
I searched the butler
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
for anything useful.
I would say I'm still a giant hyena.
There's guards in front of you harassing us, and you're just gonna search the butler.
Elburn's in a pretty emotionally unstable place right now.
Here?
That's an 11.
An 11, okay. You find nothing, however. Let's see here. Does a 12 meet your AC? I doubt it, right?
Nope.
You feel the whoosh of air and move out of the way last second as one of the guards has tried to pummel you in the back of the head. And what are you and Rev doing, Avra? Rev and Avra, what are you guys up to?
I want to get as close as I can to the circle without being like in the danger zone of this crazy pants dude.
Yeah,
And,
easily enough.
Whatever it's faced.
He's been
I-
going like he's like on we'll say he's like on the opposite side of the circle. There's like
Okay.
he doesn't not seem
wanna-
focused on you at all.
I want to put my hand to the ground and either I don't know which one would be better, but either make an Arcana check or do like detect magic to see if I can like investigation. I don't know where the teleportation circle has connected to most recently.
You know, with your magical abilities, you have no way of knowing that.
I have no way of knowing that, even with my scroll, my new scroll.
Your scroll just allows you the ability to use teleportation circle. You have
Alright.
to have knowledge of those circles
Fair enough.
in order to use them. The only reason that you were able to go to Stagham is because they had a specific link set up between the cities.
With
As-
your keen mind ability and like your photographic memory, you might be able to memorize these runes.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
start immediately
definitely.
just like looking at the runes and trying to memorize whichever ones you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
will say, as a giant hyena, I would have followed Avra very close behind as soon as she like was out of my sight. And if she gets anywhere near that guardian, like into the room, I'm tackling it to make sure it doesn't hurt her.
I mean, the Guardians has shown no signs of aggression towards Abra.
I'm still gonna attack it.
Okay, I need all of you to roll initiative again.
No, she was saying only if it got close to Abra.
No,
I said
no.
it showed no signs of aggression towards Abra, and she
No.
said I'm still attacking it. So,
She will go into the
That's-
room, and if there is a stone guardian in the room,
What?
she will attack it.
all right, I need everyone to roll initiative again. Everybody.
Sorry, guys.
I am
You guys
mad.
all
Somebody-
sad and confused.
I was about 2 seconds from doing a riposte on the guard who tried to pummel me in the face because he missed with a melee attack.
Oh, I'm just
I
like
will say
standing in
she
front of the
won't
guards.
like attack it. She just wants to tackle
okay,
it and like pin
I'm
it.
gonna take a moment as a DM here, and talk to you as a party, and say I highly advise against what you're doing right now. You are attacking these guards and attacking these shield guardians. These shield guardians are gonna kick your ass, and these guards are gonna arrest you, and you're gonna have an entire city against you. I understand that you're playing the game and you're wanting to do stuff,
Fair,
but
fair,
I
fair.
need you to make choices in character. That's all I'm going to say as the DM. If you think this is what your character would do, do it. However, I also think your characters aren't trying to kill themselves.
I've been good, Daddy.
I was gonna cast Cure Wounds on the butler before this happened.
Yes,
that's a sign of
please
good
do.
grace.
Please do. Yes.
All right, yeah.
You can cast. But I do need to know. You can go ahead and do that. Do that and roll that. But I do need to know if Kelpie. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not saying that. I just want to advise, you've seen what these shield guardians can do. A giant hyena is not going to go up against a shield guardian, and that's not going to be a
Fair.
fight the giant hyena wins. But
Fair.
if you and he's also the reason I'm saying this and I'm trying to give you the reason to stop is he is not attacking Abra. He's showing no signs of aggression towards Abra. So you would just be starting a fight.
Okay.
Which is something you
Fair.
can do. I want you guys to do what you can, but I also just felt for a moment I needed to just remind you that your characters don't have death wishes. And if they do, that's fine, but notice
That's
that's
fair.
the decision you're making.
But he is still actively trying to destroy the circle, right?
He's pretty much done, but yeah, I mean
Okay.
he's destroyed it to where it's unusable. He's just a stone guardian and doesn't have a lot of intelligence, so he's just continuing to do what his last order was.
Okay. I thought you meant he had only like destroyed like half of it.
No,
She
no.
was okay.
Yeah.
Then still as a giant hyena, she's just gonna make sure that she puts her body between the stone
100%.
guardian at Abra
And if
at
you
all
want to
times.
attack, please do. I don't want to say that you can't do what you don't want to do. So
I will
if
say-
Elburn, if you want to attack, attack. If that's what
I'm
you
not
want to do.
attack. I will say I'm not attacking. I'm gonna. What I planned to do was repose, smack the guy in the face, not like knock him out. But like a reaction because he did try to pummel me in the face. In fairness. for the
Okay,
record.
roll
Fair.
initiative.
It's a response. Yeah, I did. You want me to go with the one that I rolled
Yeah.
for the shield guardian?
Yep. No.
17.
I want you to go with the initiative.
Initiative 17.
17. Okay. The
The
shield
butler
guard.
got 12 HP as well.
Thank you. The butler wakes up and is like,
Hey, see, we're cool now, guys. The guards were cool.
You will just, he got an attack of opportunity on you, and a riposte is a reaction, so you do just get this attack outside of
Yeah.
initiative. So go ahead and roll for the attack as well.
Yeah, because basically what I'm going to do is like, I'm imagining he goes, and I move it out of the way and punch him real quick.
It totally makes 100% sense that you would attack him. I just wanted to
You said roll the attack, right?
say what I needed to say. Yes, yeah.
That is a 10.
10. Okay. You miss the attack on him. So he dodges out of the way. You miss the attack. It is now the guard's turn. They will all, with their swords, continue drawn. The one that you just attacked, Elburn, is going to attempt to grapple you. So go ahead and make opposed athletics checks.
Wow. 21?
He got a 17, which is good for him, but
I have
not good
never
enough.
rolled that great of an athletic.
So
in my
he
life.
tries to wrap his arms around you, and you're able to just kind of like break him off of it. The other guards, who's still standing there, Pharaoh just helped the butler, so they're
Yeah.
not attacking him. So the Rev and Aber in their back room. So is Kelpie. Atticus is standing there. What would Atticus do?
I real quick yell after that happens, very loudly. You let Peeldor Swiftdream get out of this city, run this city while he kills people.
That's about as much time
miles
as
away
you
from
got.
here. That's pretty much it. I
And the
start
other
pointing
guards,
back to them.
because the other guards are still attempting to get to you. I just need to know what Atticus is. I need to think about what Atticus would do in this moment. Well, I need to roll initiative for him first, so I gotta do that.
Paladin, high initiative.
Atticus rolled a. I need to find his character sheet. He sent it to me. Excuse me.
No.
Sorry, I keep burping. Silly me.
What are you having to drink?
I don't know. No, I had a monster.
That's why.
Yeah, I know. I just usually can like sense them coming. He got a. Sorry, buddy. He got a 9 on his initiative.
Uh-oh.
So it is the guard's turn still. So yeah, I mean, the Atticus hasn't done anything yet, but 2 of them will attempt to get him. I just need to. I'm trying to think of whether or not he would resist it. But we'll go to you first, Elburn. 2, because one of them tried to attack you. You dealt with him. There was 4 plus the 2 that entered, so there's 6 guards in here total. 2 of them are going to go after Atticus, which means you need to roll 3 more opposed athletics checks. This time they're
Right.
going to have them at advantage because they're all 3 trying to get you at the same time.
That's fair.
So one of them rolls a 16.
A 17.
Okay, and then the next one rolls a...
If I get out of this,
Next one rolls a 5.
yep, I rolled a 12.
Okay, and then the last one rolls an 18.
I swear to God, I will genuinely be shocked. I rolled a 12.
All right, so you are currently being grappled. Atticus, I'm going to just go ahead. I'm going to say he's going to resist the first guy just because he's like, get the fuck off me. So the first guy, but the first guy got a 19, but let's see what Atticus gets. Atticus gets a, I just lost it. Where was it? Okay, his athletics is a +3, rolled a 12, 15. So Atticus is grappled, Elburn is grappled. The other guards look towards you, Rev, and command you to drop your weapons. Or not Rev, sorry, Pharaoh.
Yeah, I don't even have a weapon out, so.
It's true, yeah, you're Pharaoh.
Like,
What did I-
"Hey, guys, chill, I'll just put my hands up."
Drigo comes up to you and is just kind of like standing by your side and like standing next to you. But he puts one hand on your shoulder and then like one hand up. And the other guards are okay. We're kind of out of initiative now. We just needed to kind of solve that brief moment because now, Elburn, you have 4 guards on you. So you're not going to be able to break out of that. You're not superhuman. Atticus has 2 guards on him. He's kind of realizing what the situation is. He's probably not going to try to resist. Avra, Rev, and Kelfi, what are y'all doing in that back room? You currently just hear, like, put your weapons down! That's what you hear from the front room.
Thought the spell on Elburn was over, but maybe not. Is there anything else in this room?
It's literally just a rune circle.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a secret little teleportation circle.
looked
I mean,
at
there's
Ava-
like, I guess like lighting sources, but other than that,
I looked at Ava and was like, is there anything else that you need here?
you're muted.
Well, do you think Elliot could maybe do a sweep for any evidence since we obviously are gonna have to leave right now?
Yeah. I reach out to Elliot mentally because I don't even know where he is right now.
You hear him say like, "Yeah, I'm underneath the dining room table. What's going on?"
Yeah, no, that's probably pretty smart.
I hear a lot of banging and fighting and stuff. Are you dead?
It's like we're about to get kicked out of this house, and
Oh
we didn't
shit!
thought, so I'm gonna need you to hang back and maybe do a sweep of the house, look for any evidence, or if you find any other cool shit too, feel free to snag it.
You just want me to like be in this house alone?
I mean, I'll come get you.
My God, okay.
You're my brain. Look, I'm gonna have so much cheese for you when you get out of here.
All right. I guess I can. I mean, you can technically dismiss me and bring me back to wherever you are.
This is true. This is true.
Okay. I'll let you know if something goes down.
Tell him it'll be a point in my book if he needs that. For I just have noticed Rev's been silent for a while, and I'm like,
you like know that he's talking to Elliot. As every person who does telepathic stuff does, he's currently doing this.
Kind of looks like you're shitting your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and plus, I mean, like, ooh, this is gonna be good points for us in the group.
All right, you good? Yeah, okay,
I'm
you're
feeling
right.
good. I'm so proud of you, bud. I'm
You
so
are
proud.
fucking. Listen, I don't want to get into it. And you just kind of you feel him sever the connection. So you don't have to hear him cry. So the rest of you, do you exit the room?
yeah.
As you begin to exit the room, the shield guardian stands and stops what he is doing and is heading towards the doorway as well, but not in like he's just like kind of following you. Like he doesn't have any like he's just walking. Like you noticed a difference in their like combat stances, and they're just like, and he's just normal walking.
I hadn't pulled out a blade at all, so I just kind of like
Yeah.
My hand.
Yeah, me too. I don't have any weapons.
The guards, their eyes widen immensely upon seeing the giant hyena walk into the room. They pull their crossbow. They
I
pull their
reach out
crossbows
and
out.
Give Kelpie like a scratch on the top of her head. Just like
What is it with this group and their dogs? Atticus, probably in that moment, is like, "Oh, did you see my other dog out there? Yeah, that's Gustav." It's, and yeah, you're all brought to the middle of this room. The guard who you've been dealing with was knocked unconscious. And they're currently trying to wake him up. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on right now.
Basically, just foaming at the mouth, trying to get out of these fuckers' grasp.
Yeah,
not doing great.
You see that Elburn is
words
like
coming out.
being held down like a wild animal.
Yeah, no words are coming out. It's. I'm not even gonna roleplay. Just the fact that it's nonsense that's coming out.
Hey, Butler, why'd you just lie then, man? That wasn't cool.
And he like backs away from you. These criminals, they attacked Mr. Swift Dream and they attacked the Guardians. I mean, you can see the marks on them, and some of the Guardians, like, they do have marks, but they're practically healed already. Like, it's like hard to. It's like one of them does have some claw marks down it from the hyena that didn't really cause enough damage to actually heal. It's more of like a.
I will say, I for sure roar as a human roars Von Elf at the butler, like making eye contact.
See, he's wild, and he's the one that led the attack.
also, if this is about him, I don't know that he as I like spit blood out. Like I can't stand by his actions at all today.
Yeah, we would like to apologize on behalf of him and ask that you move forward with his behavior not reflecting us.
All right, well, all of you are under arrest by the city of Stagham and
All
will
of
be
us?
taken to the Stagham jail before being brought in front of the court. Please follow us. And you hear one of them like, not snap their fingers, but they like gesture behind them, and a guard behind them like blows a whistle, and you assume that maybe other guards are on their way now. Yeah, they just they have taken away your weapons, Elburn, and have tied your hands behind your back. But they let you up now, and there's just one guy holding on to you by the rope, holding your hands together.
Would you please give at least a few of us the opportunity to speak to, what was his name?
The alderman.
Who's the first guy we talked to?
Alderman Ivan
The
Powell.
alderman? Yeah. Yeah.
You will be taken to the prison as you are under arrest. You are under arrest. You will be taken to the prison. They will decide what to do with you. It is not on us to decide what to do with you. We just need to take control of this situation. So they ask for your weapons.
Is there a window in this?
Yeah, for sure. They
He
ask.
just wants to look at himself in the window.
They ask for your weapons. They've already taken Elburn's, but they ask for everybody else's.
Did I hand over my blade?
I'll give him my staff, but my dagger's tucked.
Yes, it is hidden on you. So it's if you want to try to keep that on you, you can. Pharaoh,
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that.
I give them my shield.
do you not have a visible weapon other than that?
Oh, I do have a mace.
Okay, yeah.
And I can't remember how to like undo it from my belt.
It's like you would blow the dust off of it.
Yeah.
And then they don't know that Kelpie is anything other than a giant hyena, so they just kind of look at her warily. Drigo does have a rapier that he has sheathed that also rarely ever uses, and he does hand that over.
Active rust on it.
And they begin to escort you out of the mansion and lead you to the front gates and start leading you down the street unless anybody is doing anything.
Yeah, once we get to a dark area,
What do you
I'll
mean
look
by
out for-
what do you mean
I
by
say
dark area?
I should
Dark as
clarify.
in
An
lighting?
area with less people.
Area with
than
less people.
main
Well, they take you through, as you can see, if you, I'll send it, or I'll pop it up again. As you can see from the map,
Because we're what? in
you are
3?
currently at, like, basically at the 3, which is where the mansion is, and you're being taken to C. So it's, it's heavily populated throughout the whole. They're not
Got
gonna like take you through an alleyway.
Gotcha.
Um,
I didn't think an alleyway. Just
yeah.
less people.
I mean, there's gonna be times where there's not a ton of people, but they're not gonna take you through like market squares, but you currently have, because 2 of them outright died, and so a couple of them stayed back for them.
For noble reasons.
But then they called more. I mean, you probably have 10 guards at least escorting you right now.
Because one
That's
got killed by the stone, or 2 of them got killed by the stone guardians, and then 2 got killed by.
One got killed by the stone guardian.
One
2
got killed by the Stone
us.
Guardian, one got killed by Kelpie, and one got knocked unconscious by Kelpie.
Oh.
Yeah. So 2 are dead. But the one that's unconscious is, I mean, they're not healers, and no one's healed him, so he's still unconscious, but they've stabilized him. But they're
I was
taking
gonna
care
say,
of him.
if there was anybody, yeah, I would at least have.
Yeah, no, they stay, I'm just saying he's not conscious again.
Spare the die.
Yeah.
I'll go over. I'll try to heal that guy if I can.
They don't let you near him. No.
Can I use a healing word from away? Just like, hey, I'll heal him.
Yeah, for sure you can.
Hey guys,
Be better.
I'll heal him, no problem.
So you heal him.
I don't know. It kind of probably would have been better if they didn't have somebody who'd been hit by Kelpie stay alive.
Yeah, you're right. Oh well. Oops.
But
Okay.
he also heard everything, presumably.
As I was about to say, this man comes conscious.
Yeah.
What's going on? What happened? These, and they see that like Elburn. He sees that like Elburn is being held. Release him! Release him! Release them! And he begins, and he starts standing. No one thought to get the guy who noticed everything conscious again.
Wasn't in the right state of
Fully
mind.
unconscious
Couldn't
because
have done anything.
Kelpie looking.
No, I know, but I did. But before the combat started, I did say that they were close enough to have heard everything in the foyer. Pildor just expected his guardians to do their work.
At best, a 50-50 shot that this wasn't going to be worse. for
I
us.
completely
Yeah.
agree. I completely agree. But luckily, he did hear everything, and I did actually put into effect the fact that you guys were like nice to him and respectful to him, and so he has
Us.
Thanks, Eric.
Eric?
For us.
Yeah, thanks, Eric.
Yeah.
That's so unlike us, but good for us.
And he shows up, and he basically, for sake of brevity, he starts explaining the situation. He explains how he was pretty sure that these guys were. He was pretty sure that he was gonna end up arresting all of you, but then Pildor showed his hands at the last second, and that Pildor must have assumed that the Stone Guardians were going to continue their attack. But even high-level wizards, or whatever he is, make mistakes, and he did not think of the fact that he took the amulet that controls the Stone Guardians with him. He did not leave it behind, and so they lost their connection to him, and therefore started relying dormant. So he explains the whole situation, explains what happened, explains that it was Pildor who attacked all of you, says that he doesn't know necessarily that like Pildor was behind the huge attack on everything, but Pildor initiated this combat. And so he says all of that, and then looks to the rest of you and says, I'm assuming you would like to speak with Alderman Powell.
Please.
Yeah.
Is there any other place that you would like to go? I'm sorry that this happened to you under our watch. And he like looks over to his men and like you can see he's like, I mean, he just thought he was escorting you guys. Like, he didn't expect all this stuff to happen, and so he's a little, like, shocked. And he's also hurt. I mean, he's hurt. So he looks to the rest of you and he says, I'm sorry that this happened. We failed in protecting you, and that's our fault. The alderman, we could take you there. Is there any place else that we should go at?
I do think that we can wait to talk to the alderman about it, but I do think that Leona Bell at the university should be kept an eye on. She seems to have been close to him.
Interesting. Okay. Right. Well, we can discuss that with the alderman. And so he starts to stand, and some of the other guards have to help him. But he was healed, so he's looking a little rough, but he's good. He's able to walk with y'all. And Elburn, the guards are like mad and do not want to let go of you, but they do let go of you. And the other
for sure, because low charisma, just go. And, like, get my stuff back and like
yeah, they like they like all like they hand it to you like when you grab the sword, they like hold on to it for a second, but then like they give it back. You know, just very tumultuous. You all hate each other clearly.
I'm very much like, it's a show, but like Elburn's having some very deep feelings about the dominate person that was just cast on.
Of course, yes. That is something that we will get to. So yeah, is there anything else that
at that point I drop wild shape, knowing that my weapons and stuff won't be taken, and I'll just be Kelpie again.
Okay, gotcha. Just
poor guards.
I'm sure you do know, but I'm just quickly reminding you of the letters.
Yes.
Just okay. I'm sure. I just wanted to quickly remind you of this.
I still stay like very close to Kelpie, like from like the moment that she came back in the room. Other than the battle, I'm as close to her as I can be.
Gotcha.
Of course, like, explain like the teleportation circle and what happened to like.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For sure. Well, yeah. He explained everything that he saw from his. Then you guys told him about how Pildor escaped and dominated Elburn and I wasn't thinking of it in that way, and then. So yeah, is there anything else that you guys do or say as they're taking you to the alderman, or before they're taking you to the alderman, or before you leave this place?
I very loudly ask. I don't know if it will happen. I say, put as many guards as many. Put whoever you need to put on alert to as many important, highly pedestrian trafficked areas. There might be an attack here, and there needs to be an investigation at that. The Emerald Union headquarters? Is that what you would?
I mean, they colloquially refer to it as just Pildor's mansion, but yes, it is the Emerald Union headquarters.
I'd say to investigate the Emerald Union headquarters house. I'm sure there's nefarious shit there that we couldn't even find.
Of course,
everything needs to be swept.
Of course, and some of the other guards that have come are immediately they start arresting some of Pildor's guards. Just they don't like hurt them or anything. They just don't know what's going on, and they know that they work for Pildor, so they start arresting them. They arrest the butler, who lied, and they a couple of others just immediately like start searching the mansion for stuff. Is there anything else? Do you and he doesn't like. He is saying that like he will take you directly to Alderman Ivan Powell right now, but if you guys wanted to stay behind or not even stay behind, but if you guys wanted to take the time to like look throughout the mansion for other stuff, you could before you went to the Alderman's.
If anyone else doesn't have anything to say, I don't want to, because I've said a lot already.
If we're staying at the mansion.
It's up to y'all. I'm just giving the option. You can stay and look.
That we were already like leaving, and so we had left the mansion and didn't have the time to search. But if we're still close enough to
you
the
were
mansion,
starting to leave, but then Matt kind of retconned that he healed, and so all of this happened like within the doorways of the entrance of the building. So you have the option to leave and go to the alderman, or you have the option to stay here and look for stuff, or you can split the party if you want to.
I will then say once I'm back in my human form, I had a chance to search his bedroom. Didn't really find anything, but his office might have some stuff that we should probably look at before we leave. And I can show you guys where that is.
Yeah, I think maybe we do that quickly and then head to the alderman.
I also think we need to get the guest book, or at least get the owner of the Velvet Dragon to reveal who was going to be staying in those rooms before they were canceled. We need to know who that was, whether we need to arrest him or get the guest book.
I think we can ask him that, but I think the reservations were just on the field. We can find out. For sure.
He might know something, and
Um,
I'm inclined to get that information one way or another.
I think that we should, and I like gesture for one of the guards. Like, if we're gonna go look through these rooms, we should have a witness in an official capacity.
Of course, yes. I want us to be able to corroborate your findings. So you all start looking throughout the mansion. Is there any place that you're looking specifically? So Ava mentioned the office. Or Kelpie mentioned the office. I'm assuming that's where Kelpie's gonna go. Anybody want
I'm gonna
to?
go with Kelsey.
Ava's gonna go with Kelpie. The three of you, are you searching anywhere in particular? Atticus will just go with you guys.
I'm looking for a basement, like opening entrance anywhere if there is one.
Okay. And then Pharaoh, Rev, what are you guys looking for?
I want to ping Elliot and see if he's found anything.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll get to that in just a second. And then Pharaoh, what are you up to?
I'm just gonna take a seat with maybe Drigo in the study with the guards and just, take a load off.
Yeah. No, that's honestly Drigo seems like he didn't want to ask for that because he wanted you to be able to do what you wanted to do, but you do get a sense of like relief that he's just a dude, and and he does have some capabilities, but like he's a dude, and so he's like pretty shocked and scared by what happened, and so he enjoys your company. Rev, you check in with Elliot, and he says that he just got up to the office and that he's currently in the office.
Okay, I had them.
He says that this guy's he says, listen, this guy's a creep. All right, this guy's a creep. He's a dirty little dude.
You find some good shit.
Yeah.
He's a dirty boy.
Listen, whoever Leona is, wow.
Oh no!
Yeah, we got pictures.
Is Kildor my dad?
Oh no!
I don't know.
I got the Bell family, I guess. Oh shit.
Elburn, we'll start with you first. Go ahead and make an investigation check to see if you can find a basement entrance at all.
Oh, I missed the box and it fell. Hold on. 16.
16. You go to the kitchen, and first of all, it's a nice kitchen.
I am knocking stuff off as I go, like I'm
being
being
a
pretty
prick.
petty.
Just being
Like,
a prick to this place.
Like I see a glass, I'm like, is this anything? No, and then I just chuck it to the ground.
Wonderful. With a 16, you actually notice that underneath the kitchen island, there is a lever.
I like grab the lever and hold it for a second just to see if there's any like magical effect or anything that
When you
happens by
touch
just
the
touching it.
lever, nothing happens.
Great. I look at there was a guard with me, right?
Yeah, the guard is following you per Rev's request.
Great, that's what I
But
thought.
he's not
It's
like
just,
he's just following you.
It's just me and the guard, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I look at him and I just say, I don't say anything, but I just like push him back a little bit.
He does not want any part of this. He's like, yep, cool. I will
And
stay.
I even I am like grabbing it and like lean back,
Yeah.
and then I pull the lever.
Go ahead and roll. No, I'm just kidding. The kitchen island, much like I'm sure I've seen it in various forms. The kitchen island starts to slide, and where the kitchen island is a staircase going down.
I do a little and like go down the staircase.
Okay, and we will get back to that. Avra, Rev, Kelfie, and I guess Atticus. You all, you all make it to the third floor. Glutes, freshly used. And I don't know why I said that. I was trying to be funny, and it just came off as weird.
I was trying to understand it. I was like, oh, okay.
No,
got
it's
it.
just like when I go upstairs. When I go upstairs, it's like that's a competition. So I was just trying to describe it like that. Glutes freshly used. That's our first T-shirt. That's our first T-shirt.
Glutes freshly.
Glutes freshly used.
Glutes,
Freshly used. You all enter the office. You notice this Knights of the Round Table-esque table. I don't know why I say that when it's just a round table. There is a desk on the far side of the room. And there's like a basin similar, like, you know, what you see normally in these like public rooms, water basin with a wine pitcher and some a little bit of accoutrement, and you are in the office now. Elliot, you see, is currently on the desk reading some letters, and is wide-eyed and not invisible, and just going ho 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 over and over again. And yeah, so that is where you guys are.
Like
He's literally just like, oh. Rev, you come here.
Oh God, yeah. What'd you find? Show me.
And he shows you these letters between him and a Leona Bell. And the one that he is showing you is specifically sexual in nature. Describes how much they miss one another.
This is.
And there's some other letters between them that he has not read yet. But that's all he he barely got up there by the time you guys checked in with him. So he's just been reading this erotic letter, obviously, as Elliot would do.
Did you say Leona Bell is your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to read these. Oh.
Do you start reading them, Rev?
I read them.
The non-sexual ones?
To see, I was gonna say to see like which ones are like go in that direction. And I like flip it and like we hold on to them just in case there's something else there. But yeah,
Rev, you notice that there is a location that is often mentioned in these letters as a place for the two of them to meet.
Well, it looks like they had a little bit of a love nest, but maybe that if I was trying to find a place to lay low.
The location is called Devis.
Devis.
Dehviss. It is, you have recently heard of this name, as the glistening sun was forged for Devis the Knight. And Devis was a city in Samtia that was created in honor of this knight, and was close to 1,000 years ago, if not a little bit over, I forget the exact date, I'll have to look it up, was destroyed. And the entire city was destroyed. And it has been a hub of magical, like, magical archaeologists, going there to try to find stuff. As a matter of fact, if this is mentioned publicly, is Devis mentioned publicly?
Yes.
Leona, Avra, you would know that Devis is a place that Leona frequented on behalf of the university. Or on behalf of the academy, I should say. And so now you know that there might have been another reason she was going there. On top of her trips for the academy.
Are there dates on those letters?
Are there dates on the letters?
There are. The dates correlate with every time that Leona left for the academy to go to Devis.
Any before my memory?
There are some before your memory. And
No.
the most
He tried
recent
to kill me.
the most recent one is 2 weeks ago, and it is dated to Leona, or it's dated to Pildor from Leona, saying that she has returned to Stagham and that she is very excited to see him because she thinks that she found something incredibly useful. And she says that she's hesitant to mention it in the letter, but she knows that Pildor is safe. And so she says that she found journal entries from the wizard that she think caused the destruction of Devis.
I'm gonna. Do I have this letter? Do you have this letter?
I'm assuming you guys are kind of corroborating.
I'm handing off the ones that, like, as I'm like reading them, like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I am like, no.
He's shielding you from any sexual things, but other than that,
appreciate
everything else is fair game. I'm
And I'm
assuming.
not like
I'm
relishing in those sexual things.
Of
especially-
course not. No. Elliot is.
You accidentally hand over one sexual one.
Elliot is for sure. That's all he's reading.
Elliot's down.
You're just handing those. to
And I will
Elliot.
say, it's not like, it's just, they
Yeah.
clearly were really into each other, and that's the stuff he likes reading about.
Plus, he's a little like literal devil. So.
Exactly, yeah, he's into this
Yeah.
shit, you know?
I,
You even,
want-
like, hear the slightest chuckle from Demetrius in the back of your brain, Rev, as you, like, read over some of the, just like, like,
Just like,
Oh, that's so gross.
He's a little
So
perv.
gross.
I'm
they're
gonna,
creatures of the dark, my man.
As soon as I read the one that was from 2 weeks ago, I want to go to the guard that is with us and say, you need to have a guard go and find Leona Bell right now.
Right, and he takes the letter and he heads to talk to the main captain that you've been speaking with.
While they're investigating like the main letters, I want
Yes.
to pretend to be looking at something else, but pull out my letters and read them secretly to see if they're different, since they're in a different location.
So glad you finally asked. They are different. And these ones are very explicit.
Oh no!
and
there's some drawings.
Ah! No, her eyes! Her little innocent eyes!
Oh no.
Wisdom saving throw.
There's a reason that these letters that they found were in his office and the letters you found were in his nightstand.
Yep.
Hand those ones to Elliot. Just hand those to him.
Kelpie will, and if they notice it, she'll be reading and get to some of that and kind of like skim and go, and kind of like just drop them and just like pretend to like.
Atticus
look at something else.
is like, did you see a bug?
Oh,
Yes.
No, you see a bug? Eric, you
Yes.
don't sound like that. but like that's the best we can do, man.
See a book?
If you'd stuck to to Minnesota, we could have.
Yeah, right, yeah. Anyway, yeah, he asked you if you saw a bug.
Yes. Big bug.
You're lying.
She's just like, oh yeah, she's terrible at it. She's like.
I feel like that's what
"Things to look
that's all
at."
Atticus would do. He would just like shake his head. You're lying to me. Continue on. Atticus is actually going to look further in the desk for anything, and all that he finds and all that the rest of you find, because you have guards and all of you looking. I'm not going to make you roll investigation rolls. You find the letters between him and Leona. You find a lot of information on the Emerald Union itself. All of it seems above board. All of it seems like community activities and donation. The only thing that's weird is how much money they're getting. It's just kind of crazy that they're getting the amount of donations that they're getting.
I was gonna say, is there a ledger that like?
There is a ledger, and you notice that the amount of money that they put forth to the community is not near as much as what they're getting.
We've got Fraud.
So that wealth is going somewhere. Because it's not listed in their, like, totals. So there's a bunch of donations coming in, and then there's some stuff going out, but the leftover money there's like money missing. There's money missing from these ledgers, and you don't know where it's going.
There's definitely
And-
some skimming happening here. Assume too as like a thieves guild person with like.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know that someone has cooked these books, you. I mean, you kind of put two and two together. If there is a place that they often met, you know, some money could have been put towards that. There could be like, yeah.
I mean, even just casting some of these spells, I feel like
That as well.
these shield guardians,
They are expensive.
very expensive.
When we're talking about money and stuff, I'll kind of recap what I overheard at the meeting, and just say they said something about bringing in like 2,000 platinum, but they spent 1,000 platinum, and that's it. I don't know where the rest is going as well. And then there was a guy named Theodore and Theobald. They might be able to help us. And then
The twins.
they also mentioned that there was some celebration in Eldath's Glen, I think tomorrow. Sometime
One of the
soon,
guards speaks up, and he says, "Yeah, a week from today, actually, there's just a festival for the kids in the area. It's like a small little circus type thing.
maybe? Oh,
Happens
I
every
didn't-
year.
I hoped it wasn't for kids, but that was mentioned a lot as a big
Sounds-
like celebration thing, and I don't know if that's the
Shockingly
next
familiar
spot.
with the last festival, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I think we have a lot of information, and maybe not all of it, but I think we need to get to the alderman. So
Agree.
that we have official backing and we have a plan.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we can go start talking to these people like your mom and Theodore and Theobald.
The only thing that is stopping me from taking you to the alderman right now is that it is getting later in the afternoon, and his offices are closing. I do understand that this is important, but he's a very hard man to reach, and would maybe be easier to talk to in the morning.
Would he mind us doing our own investigation in the meantime?
I personally will vouch for you and say that you no longer need escorts, but the alderman was booked for the rest of the day in his meetings. I do know that much already, and I do know that this is important. But and so we can try to go and talk to him for sure. But you might have better luck in the morning.
If you think that it would be better for us to go in the morning and that anything that we find in the meantime will be considered, I think.
To be honest, it would
Wait?
just the reason I am showing hesitance is because it would allow me time to explain to him what happened, so that he is in the knowledge and knows that you are aware of this, and just so he isn't hit with an overwhelming amount of information so suddenly.
Absolutely.
When is this festival?
It's in a week.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in a week. So if you would like to meet me at the alderman's office tomorrow morning, that would be great. And then in the meantime, I can talk. We can. I assume maybe you got rooms at the Velvet Dragon. If not, we can. The city can definitely provide rooms for you somewhere. But yes.
We got 2 rooms of the Velvet Dragon. Is that
You
right?
did, yes.
I'm fine finding somewhere else to stay.
Yeah, we can just find somewhere else so we're all together.
All right. Well, the Brass Tavern's great. The Misshapen Plate is a little bit lower class, but they have good entertainment there. Yeah, I mean,
Hey, can you just say that last place one more time?
the Misshapen Plate. There's the Brass Tavern. There's also the Misshapen Plate.
Okay.
Whether you guys just let me know where you're thinking about staying, and I can, or I guess you can. I can either meet you in the morning, and we can travel to the alderman together, or I can just meet you at the alderman's office in the morning.
I think we all know where the offices.
All right.
We can just
All
meet
right.
you there.
Well, I am going to go get patched up, and I am going to go speak with the alderman and let him know to expect you first thing in the morning. As soon as the sun rises, we will be ready for you. And he looks to all of you, and he says, I'm sorry that this happened. I am glad that I am alive and able to vouch for you. He looks to, oh wait, no, Pharaoh's not there. On his way out, Pharaoh, he's gonna have a moment where he just thanks you for helping him. So, cut back to Elbert, walking down a dark staircase. There is no lighting. There are torches that can be lit, with just a simple, like, they're like oil lanterns that are like ever burning, but they're just at a super low. Well, they're at just a super low light, so you can just like pump up the oil that they're receiving and pump up and light them.
I'm doing that as I pass each one.
Cool. So you're lighting it up as you go. It's a little bit hard to see straight in front of you, but you are an elf, so you do have some dark vision, so you're able to definitely see where you're going. You eventually reach a long hallway at the bottom with just a wooden iron door at the end of it.
I turn around. The guard behind me has a spear, right?
He stayed back. Oh wait, no,
so
you
I'm
just meant stay back from the lever. He'll have gone down with you if you want him to. He also will stay at the top if you want him to. It's whatever you told him to do at the moment.
I told him to stay there. I told him to stay
so
there.
he's at the
That
top of
makes
the
more sense.
he's at the top of the stairs then.
So I take my longbow and I just fire a shot at the door. Okay. I take my longsword out and I move closer and just like poke the door at the handle.
It goes in slightly because it's wooden door in places.
I put my sword away, take the arrow back, and I try to open the door.
It opens. The door opens up. You are able to see inwards. You're able to see a little bit in front of you. Once again, there's no real light source.
Can I take one of the torches off the wall?
There are oil lanterns that are on the wall.
Oh, so I'd have
But
to
you
take
have
one.
a torch on you.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure I've been using that.
Yeah. Okay.
I've
Yeah.
got
So,
that.
so we'll say like you just dipped your torch in one of the oil lanterns as you were walking by. So you got a torch. You notice that this double door has opened up into another long hallway, and on either side are barred doors.
Like left, right. I look.
I'll not beat around the bush. On either side of your cells.
Yeah, I look in them.
The first few, you don't notice anything. They're empty. You keep going. And then you hear a... hello?
I
Hello?
rush over to that voice.
You run over to that voice. You see, in the cell, a much less spry, much older William Dreifer.
I do that for real. I back up and go.
Please, please help me. Help me, I've been in here for so long.
I asked, "What's your name?
I'm William Dreifer. Please help me.
Who do you work for?
What?
Who do you work for? Where do you work?
I don't. I'm a professor at the academy. I teach simple maths to the young students. I've been in here for years. Years I've been here so long.
Is the cell open? Is the cell like unlocked? I assume not.
It is
but,
locked, yeah. And it's currently locked.
Open the door, man.
You're skinny enough. Where are there keys? Do you know? Anywhere?
At the end of the hall on the hook. It's not much further.
Okay. Can you stand?
Yes, and he like uses the bars to like lift himself up.
As he does that, can I just investigate him for like signs of any sort of like as much as I can possibly know about like magic, some things, and marks indicating like abuse, etc., on him as he's standing like with the torchlight.
Yeah, easily enough. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Ooh, 23.
He is in rags. He's in rags. That's what you notice. Yeah, don't notice anything else. I mean, he
With a
looks hurt.
23.
He looks
Jesus.
hurt. He looks hurt. I mean, there's just not much to notice. He's in a cell. He looks hurt. He looks old. It does look like William Dryfer, but it looks like William Dryfer if he aged by about 10 years, roughly. And he's wearing rags.
Okay. Can I give him a medicine check to see if I can like, he's not unstable, but I'm assuming like. Probably,
the hard part he had with standing is literally just because he hasn't stood in a very long time.
Okay.
So he's not physically hurt. He's very weak from just being malnourished, but he's not hurt.
Okay.
When I say hurt, I mean more so like he's not injured.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him my water skin to drink out of.
He starts chugging it. I mean, he's like, oh,
Yeah, and while he's doing that, I do the Harrison Ford finger and just go. And then I walk down.
You just walk about 10 more feet, and it's literally just a hook on the wall with a set of keys on it.
Great. Is there are no other like
There are 2 other cells. There's 6 cells total. You pass 2, nothing in them. Though there's one that William is in, and then there's one across from him. There's no one, and then there's 2 other empty ones. So
Okay,
he is currently the only person down here.
There's no like door
Nope.
that I can see that leads out of here? Like this is the end of the hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems
so I
like
got
this
the-
was just like it's kind of like a little mini dungeon that was built down here.
Okay. I give. I unlock the cell
Okay.
and kind of kindly, but like I put my arm on him before he like walks out. I said, "Was there anyone else in here with you in the time that you were in here?"
Yes, there was one other individual, but she never told me her name.
What did she look like?
I don't know. I never heard her. I never saw her. She was down the hall. I couldn't see her.
You never got a name. Is there anything that you
I
could describe from her?
I heard her crying. That's all I heard.
Do you know how old she sounded? Was it? I know it's hard to remember. Drink, and I get him. To
And he
drink a little bit
takes
more
it.
water.
He's like, she definitely wasn't as old as me, but she definitely wasn't a child either. That's as best as I can determine.
Which cell was she in? Do you know?
And he points to the very first cell on the left.
I go to that cell and is it locked?
It is not locked.
I go in and I look around for any sort of like scrap of anything.
There is like a pile of bones off to one side that look like chicken bones, like scraps were thrown in here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a small cot that looks very rough and made out of like hay. And there's a little bit of blood on the pillow. And that's all that you see in there.
I take the pillowcase
Okay.
with the blood on it and
Okay.
like store that.
All right.
I need to write that down because homie will forget. And I'll put it into D&D Beyond the bloody pillowcase. Then I go, is there anything else you can tell me before we go upstairs? A lot of people are about to get a great shock. scene
Elburn.
Because they're... Oh, no.
As you turn back around, you notice you are no longer in a place with cells. As a matter of fact, you are just in a large stone room. And it seems to just kind of go on. As a matter of fact, hold on.
This is fine.
Let's see here.
Well, it's been nice knowing you guys.
And we
My
thought
heart-
Kelfie was gonna die this
My
session.
heart literally just sank.
But where William Dryfer was standing, you see a elvish man. He is a dark elf. He has very long white hair made into two ornate braids that become one long braid down his back. He is wearing a blue robe with coattails that fall down on top of black pants that seem to almost sparkle. He has this gold button trimming up his shirt, and then I should have had this pulled up. Hold on just a second. He has a medallion around his neck, and that medallion has the symbol of a circle made out of 7 stars. You recognize this symbol, Elburn, as the symbol of Mystra, the goddess of magic, the symbol hanging around your neck. The man looks to you, and he says, well done. I didn't think that you'd treat him well. She didn't think you would either. Because, you see, after centuries, we were beginning to think that she'd spared a coward. You know, there's one thing that we never thought that you would be, Elburn, and he leans against an invisible. You don't see anything, but he's leaning against something, and he just takes out a coin and is letting it dance between his hands. See, Elburn, when she punished you, she figured it would take you a while. But none of us thought it would take you this long to figure out what you needed to do.
Yeah. Well, still don't entirely know.
Elburn. You abused your power. And you were punished accordingly. All she has wanted this entire time was for you to continue that sentence. For you to protect the innocent from the abuse of magic. But instead, you just spent your time toiling and tantruming like a child. I'm sure you want to hit me right now, Elburn, but I'm sure you also know you can't.
Yeah, or else I would have done it by now.
The one thing she has always appreciated is your fire. It's what lets you do what you were able to do. So, she sent me here to test you. There's nothing down here but storage. You'll see it when you wake. But we wanted to see what you would do if you found the man that you hated. Recently, William Dryfer. Found him alone, in a room, all by himself, begging for help. And you didn't kill him, Elburn. You know what you did? You gave him water. This man, who, as far as you know, was a magic user, and could have even been a part of this entire plan, you still helped him. And that, Elburn, after 1,000 years, is growth. So, she sent me here to tell you to stay on this path. Because there is an end to this sentence. And you're finally starting to realize how to get there. Looks like you'll be going home soon.
I'd rather not.
Are you going to tell your friends?
No. Wait, what do you mean?
She found the journal entries, Elburn. Soon your name will be knowledge to them. Soon they'll know that it's you who destroyed Devis 1,000 years ago. Soon they'll know that you were a wizard beyond the capabilities of anyone else in his time. You're telling me you want them to find out without you telling them first? That will be fun to watch.
They won't find out.
Elburn, they're going to Devis. They will find out.
No, we'll be focused on.
Hmm.
I don't even know why we'd be going there. There's.
I know you're putting on a brave face right now, and I know even though you've made progress, you're still trying to fight it, but give in. There is good in you, Elburn. You have been punished for over 1,000 years.
Oh yeah, I've felt that.
You had your knowledge stripped from you. The capabilities that you once had were torn from you. I know that this was hard. She knows that it was hard because it must be. Because that is what you deserved. But no one is beyond redemption. And he leans up away from the wall. And he winks at you. Tell your friends. Because that's what they are. They're your friends, Elburn. Show her you've grown. And in the next second, you wake up and you are currently staring at a beam, a wooden beam, that has just a small splotch of blood that is dripping down. And you reach up and you feel your head where a small splotch of blood exists, as well as, apparently, according to the events around you, you didn't duck low enough, hit your head on this wooden beam in the darkness, and fell unconscious. At least that's the out that they're giving you. And you look around and there's just simply crates of food and linens and stuff inside of here. Just simply a storage room, cleverly hidden underneath the kitchen island. And that is where we will leave off this session.
Wowzers.
Evan, Eric in the chat just said, "What the fuck?" So, Evan, you didn't know that was gonna happen, but I did.
Well, you started talking about it. I'm like, good thing I'm not in the room.
All right. So, thank you all so much for watching 20-Sided Story. We will be back next week. But then the following week we will be off. But we will be back next week with a full party. So we will see you then. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your evening. And everybody say bye.
Bye.